cleaning supply.
I thought it was edible at
Slimy
first.
and it's wet.
Yeah, it's definitely not edible. I do not believe it's to be edible.
Yeah.
Is it like a bath bomb?
Is it a bath bomb? Bath bomb. Okay, that's a good guess. It's not a bath bomb.
Same kind of family, though. She's going down the right path.
I think so, yeah.
What is it?
Okay.
It's not too late to lick.
I'm not licking.
It's never
no.
too late to lick.
Don't lick. That's another good
I am not
call.
licking.
Yeah.
No, Denny's gave me the real do not lick face.
What is your guess for what is in the mystery box here today?
I just had. He said it was slimy, right?
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
Salime me.
Yeah.
I can only think it might be one of those like urinal pucks.
Ooh. Like a urinal
Like
cake.
pee on?
kind of
Denny's, would you do that?
Yeah, it's a urinal cake.
Is it?
It's used.
Shut up.
It
Stop
came out of the urinal.
You're messing with me. You're
It
lying
did.
to me. You're messing with me. That is awful.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Hello and happy Tuesday. This is the KVJ show. How y'all doing today? Yeah.
morning.
Here we go, baby. All right. Another beautiful day out there. Doesn't feel as muggy today as it was yesterday.
Really? I felt extra mug.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at weather.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was nice and windy out. I'm with Kevin on this one.
Yeah.
It was muggy in Tequesta.
No, that's why you don't live in Tequesta. Everybody knows that that's the humidity capital of America. That's what you get there, Virginia. It's kind of your own fault. Well, today is the kids' welcome day 2 of their summer vacation, at least for most of them. Some are on multiple days, 3, 4, 5, whatever. We got some more Camp KVJ for you. That is a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park, also Kennedy Space Center. So some cool, fun things to do. So we'll do that right after 7 o'clock every single day over the summertime. You want to be here to win on the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, I'll tell you what's going on with Kevin Spacey's trial. He's currently got a trial groping case. I'll tell you what he's been up to coming up in a second. Before we get into that, it looks like Beyonce as Nala from The Lion King. We've got a little clip of how that is sounding. This is maybe the first leak we've heard.
Of her voice, yeah.
Yeah, exciting.
Somebody's been hitting my buttons over here. Sorry.
Simba, you have to take your place as king. Come home.
We're here! Oh, everyone calm down. We're here. The backup has arrived.
Okay.
You excited for this?
I think it's cool. Yeah, I mean, all the stars they've got doing it. It's going to be massive.
It is. It is. Big fan of it. I think it's going to be great.
What's your favorite jam on that album? Is it Hakuna Matata?
I just can't wait to be king.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Kind of
right.
goes with my MO.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I just can't wait to be king.
Mr. King.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, this is how you get me to watch the ESPY Awards. Tracy Morgan is going to be hosting the ESPY Awards on ESPN this year. Last year's show was hosted by Danica Patrick. Not as funny or exciting to watch. Those awards will take place in Los Angeles on July 10th, and the show will be broadcast live on ABC at 8 p.m. Finally here, Kevin Spacey made a surprise appearance in a Nantucket courtroom yesterday. Now, there was a pre-trial thing that he wasn't really even required to attend, but they say that, he did show up and kind of everybody was like, whoa, what's he doing here? The judge said the earliest the trial would start would be in the fall, And they did reveal also that there's no surveillance footage from the bar on that night in question when the person says that Kevin Spacey groped him. So stay tuned. We will find out more as that happens and develops. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, kind of a crazy day if you're a Jeopardy fan. The end of an era, or at least a very hot streak.
If you're Jeopardy, you're so bummed out this happened. I mean, this is what people are tuning in for.
Yeah, I'd kind of seen something. I think they kind of let something leak. Somebody's like saying something might be up tonight because Jeopardy released something that was kind of, I guess, if you looked at it, you're like, uh-oh, looks like he is going to lose. I have not been interested enough that I didn't even check out what that was. But I know yesterday afternoon they were kind of teasing it, I think, to get people to watch the end of, is it James Holtzhauer? Is that how you say his name? Well, after 32 straight wins and more than $2.4 million in winnings, it's all over.
Over to James now. He had 23,400, and his response was correct. His wager, a modest one for the first time. That takes him to 24,799. So, Emma, it's up to you. If you came up with a correct response, you're going to be the new Jeopardy champion. Did you? You did. What did you wager? Oh, gosh, 20,000. What a payday. 46,801.
Wow, how about that?
I mean, you can hear the excitement.
Oh, yeah. Firing it up. Yeah, well, this is a guy who kind of like had his own strategy, and that was kind of like what worked for him, but apparently ran up against somebody that might have had a better strategy. This woman apparently wrote a master's paper on the show Jeopardy in 2016. So she has really studied intricately how to win at this game.
I mean, that sounds like the most boring read ever.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, my God. And I love me some Jeopardy.
Yeah. I haven't followed it, but I guess this dude was winning on daily doubles, and last night this chick, Emma, who beat him, she found both of them, and that was kind of like the key to the victory.
She almost kind of used his own strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He has 10 of the best single-day totals, though, in the show's history. So he didn't beat that Ken Jennings record, but he did rake in a good chunk of money.
Oh, that's got to haunt you, though. You were so close to taking down Jennings.
Yeah.
I mean, we could taste it, baby.
Yeah, he was right there. He was pretty close. He revealed over the weekend that his 4-year-old daughter was crying at the thought of him losing, so he told her that when he lost, she could have a party. So she actually started rooting for him to lose. So his 4-year-old daughter is very happy that he got beat last night.
Oh, he jinxed it. The daughter ruined it.
Oh, yeah, she did. Thanks, kid.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
So what you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I'm in the middle of moving still, and it's weird because my date of my new place started on June 1st, but I'm still not in yet. So technically, here's my question. If I'm not allowed in yet, but my lease starts on June 1st, but I still don't have the keys in, do I get those days knocked off my rent? Or do I just have to eat it and take it in the shorts?
Why are you not allowed in?
I guess with the HOA rule, there was a tree. I guess the former person who had this unit planted a tree in their, like a little bush. It's really not that big, but they planted it in the courtyard, and that's against HOA rules. And they have to take out the plant to be under code so I can get in there.
But your lease started already?
Started on June 1st.
So you paid for June, but you can't get in?
I'm already paying rent, but I can't get in. Then I'm wondering...
Are you paying rent in the old place, too?
Well, first, last, and security. So, yeah, I've already paid this last month of rent. So I paid that, and I'm paying 2 rents right now.
So the month of June, you're paying 2 rents.
Right now, technically, in this moment, I am paying 2 rents, but I'm only in one place. But I think they have to fix stuff first, and I'm not annoyed with the HOA. Do I get that money back is what I'm wondering. If I'm not allowed in, I don't have a key yet, but I'm paying for it.
Yeah, it'd be a good discussion to have with the person you're leasing from. Say, look, you know, you talk to, huh?
They live in Canada.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't.
What's
I wouldn't
all that
pay it.
about?
I wouldn't put it. I would deduct it. Figure out, itemize what it is your rent is per day, and I would deduct it from the check.
He already paid it.
Well, then I deduct it from next month.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Do I have a legal ground or a legal leg to stand on with? Is that the rule on that?
Yeah, I'd say because they're not going to deal with it, I just wouldn't pay it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you can test it.
You can't tell a guy that he can't move in, but yet charge him for the place that he can't move
Yeah.
into. I mean, say that out loud.
Yeah.
That's why I just wanted to bring it to y'all.
Logically, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all just go over there and pull the damn tree out?
Isn't
Like,
that-
that's on them.
Isn't that a weird thing though? That a tree, and I think it was a tree and maybe a leaky faucet. But I'm like, guys, I just want to start moving my stuff in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's drama.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I told you a little bit yesterday about just how tough of a time I'm having with Mags growing up. And yesterday, I got hit with even more of it. I feel like in these past 2 weeks, she's gone from being a kid to an adult, and it's driving me, like, out of my mind. So yesterday, she goes with a friend to the mall, and I'm supposed to pick them up at the mall at the end of the day. And then she calls me and tells me, Mom, we don't want you to come pick us up. We just want you to come and bring us over to the movie theater, which is across the street. So they wanted to go from the Gardens Mall to downtown at the Gardens to go watch a movie. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that. And then I talked to Panda, and he was on his way home anyway. So he just brought them. And then I'm talking to her, and I'm like, well, what movie are you going to see? She's going to see a horror movie, that Ma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like, who are you? 2 weeks ago, you were watching Disney movies.
Right.
And
It's weird when they switch, yeah.
You hated anything scary, much less a movie like Ma?
Yeah. Yeah, it switches quickly. That seems to be a very popular genre with teenagers. They love the horror genre. My kids got into that around that age.
You're soft, Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't think this is her. I don't know. Maybe she's just, I don't know.
Well, she's trying to fit in, and so, that's just it. I think that's probably the first test of, look at me, I can handle horror movies now. I'm not a kid anymore. It's, when you get this age, they do everything they can to prove they're not a kid anymore. That's what life's all about. Every day you wake up, I need to prove to the world I'm not a kid anymore.
People's taste change too. I mean, I think even as adults, every 7 years, I feel like we change what we like, and we kind of start to change things. She might be going to that horror.
No, I
genre.
firmly believe no one out there actually likes horror movies.
I love them.
I firmly believe that.
I hate them.
Love them.
I could not think of a worse experience
Terrible,
than going.
yeah.
I just saw the trailer for Ma, and I almost peed the bed.
The worst part of seeing John Wick was they had all these horror movie trailers like leading into it. I'm like, well, can I get that? This is too much for me. I signed up for violence, not scary.
I'm such a big fan of that genre.
No, keep
Yeah,
it.
It's tough.
I hate it.
Well, what I got on my mind here is I have a project that I need to be doing, but I've been putting it off for weeks and weeks. Now, in my backyard, I've got weeds and grass. It's growing all over the place, and the way I've got everything, I've put in fake grass in the back because I'm so lazy. I don't want to ever have to even mow. But there will be spots where grass starts to pop up, and I have to go out there and, heaven forbid, pull it by hand. Or what I found is a lot easier, just spraying to kill it. So what's been sitting on my counter is a big old tub of Roundup. And then as I'm getting ready to go out the other day to spray down the weeds and everything, I see, if you've been using Roundup and you have cancer, call this number right now. You could be getting a lot of money. And I started looking into it, and there's a couple apparently that got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Both of them.
And they won like $2.5 billion from Roundup. And it looks like, I don't know how Roundup's going to afford this because they're advertising to get other people who, if you have cancer and if you've ever used Roundup in your life.
Oh, Roundup's done.
Oh my, I'm like going, they are so done. But that's what I got. I'm like going, okay, is it worth it? And I told my wife's like, I just wear a mask, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't know. I got this thing where I got the pressure from the queen to go out and take care of the weeds in the back. But I'm like, I don't want cancer.
Do it the old-fashioned way. Just pull them out the root.
There's a lot, Virginia.
No.
There's a ton.
Is it worth the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma?
Well, I don't know.
Just put aside a few hours on the weekend and just weed the old-fashioned way, like Grandma and Grandpa did it before you.
Well, what I want the better way. Is there a way so I don't actually have to put in all that time? Because, of course, it's the hottest time of year now. It's just crazy. I go outside for 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, I need to go back inside. I'm spritzing.
Some people pull weeds because it's almost like a spiritual practice. It's like a meditative state.
Well, you find those people and tell them to come over to my house.
I'll pull your roots. I'll pull your grass. I'll do it for you.
All right, you have an open invite.
Signed.
So, well, there we go. Problem solved. Yeah. So, what do people do now? Are people exiting the Roundup game? Like, if you've used that and said, "Oh, it's a nice way to take care of the weeds that pop up," or is there a better product that is out there that's not going to give you the cancers?
I always see those lawyer commercials, not the one you're talking about, but there's always, if you've taken this, you might be, winning $8 million.
You have mesothelioma,
Yes.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, mesothelioma. I always see that one.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds terrible. Or if you've got a vaginal mesh.
Yeah, but it almost makes you go, oh man, I wish I had mesothelioma. Everyone's getting a big payout here.
I know, right? Yeah, so I think I'm going to not use the Roundup, but I got to figure out what I might do in its place. So
Yeah, cheap labor bird over here.
Right down the street from you.
Love it. All right, well, my problem solved. What's everybody else going to do? 877-979-WRMF. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, something else that is ruining planet Earth and America. DodgeBall. I'll tell you why next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, have you seen the stories about Roundup causing cancer? $2.5 billion the company, I guess, apparently just lost a judgment on, but I guess they're owned by one of those massive companies. Somebody in the chat room said, Monsanto, a few million isn't going to hurt them. Well, it's actually billion, but I don't know. Maybe when you're talking about those big companies, they've got endless amounts of money, but it sounds like the lawyers are starting to be like, okay, round them up. That's our Roundup.
I don't know anything about this stuff, but I always hear Montecito, and people get mad about it. Why is that? Montecito? People are always angry.
Montecito.
Is that what Kevin said? What's that?
No, Monsanto.
Monsanto.
Yeah, I'm like,
see,
California?
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I think Montecito's a town in California.
People always get so mad. Monsanto. People are always yelling about it.
So I've got it sitting there. I got to definitely spray some weeds every day. I look back and I don't know what's going on, but they've really just the growth has escalated too at an alarming rate. It's like I got to do something about it.
Someone said you can burn it out and then it doesn't come back. But
That doesn't seem safe.
I don't know. It's kind of tricky. It's a lot of little cracks and crevices.
Local DJ catches his house on fire.
I don't think the kind of place I got to do it, it's going to work to burn.
It's weird. I feel like I could nail it if I was given the shot.
To burn it?
To burn the whole house down.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you could pull them by hand.
I would love to.
You do have that open invitation.
I love weeding. I do it all the time. I do it probably so frequently that it never becomes a big project because I'm always on it.
It calms you, doesn't it?
It does.
It's a meditative state.
I love pulling out the weed and getting the whole root and then shaking the dirt off of it and then throwing I love it.
Good times, huh?
It's like, I guess, a video
Well,
game.
both of you then have an open invitation. I will sit inside, sip some lemonade, and enjoy watching you guys.
Are you trying to outweed me over there?
I think so.
And
Just
Kevin,
trying to take your, I don't know, the highest, whoever the highest bidder gets to weed my backyard.
So we have to pay to weed your backyard?
You guys have to, we got to figure, what else can you do for me?
and I also don't believe you're going to be
That's who gets the
sipping on
right.
lemonade. Way too many calories. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, we know you'll have craft beer.
It's got stevia in it. So he said, come on, Kev, use the effing Roundup. You used to smoke cigarettes, and who else knows what you've done to give yourself cancer? You're right, but I'm trying to be better these days. Somebody said, Roundup, the cancer causer. It's the same stuff they were spraying in Lake Okeechobee and all the surrounding lakes in Florida to manage aquatic vegetation. It's in the same water you drink and the fish and animals we eat around the lake. Oh, okay, that's alarming if that's true.
See, Montecito. Damn
it. Somebody else texted in and said, Kevin, a farmer here. You are safe to use Roundup. The cause of NHL is a long time use of this product, 15 to 20 years.
Quit being such a pansy, son.
That's right. Come on, I'm a farmer. I'm not scared. Yeah. They say Monsanto is a major seed company that is majorly in GMO.
I'm always hearing people all angry about Montecito, damn them. You guys don't hear that?
Never.
Really? Okay.
I hear mesothelioma.
I hear that too.
I don't hear Monsanto.
You want to say Montecito?
I do now. You got me in my head.
Some people say they use many types of non-toxic natural weed killers they can do, but
those don't work.
Somebody said, yeah, it's so hard because nothing works as good as Roundup. I've tried natural weed killers, but they just don't work as well. I try pulling them whenever I can, but then I usually end up spraying.
You know what you can do? There is a place on Indiantown Road called El Sol, and you can go in there and hire day workers that'll go and they will just do it all for you. You can hire a day worker, and all you have to pay is like, $12, $15 an hour, and they will get it done.
Okay. That's completely legal and on the up and up?
Completely legal and on the up and up.
Okay.
It was the answer to people picking up day workers on the side of the road.
Okay.
So they came up with this whole thing. It's called El Sol. You go in there, you sign up officially. I'm already in there because I got painters from there one time and people to help out Uncle Bill one time.
Okay.
No, you don't need any of that. You got the bird.
Yeah. And somebody said, too, hey, you got a kid, so you're right. Get out there.
No kidding.
Summer vacation, baby.
Get him out there.
This is what you're doing. Come on, man. That's just it. Well, it's anymore today. It's like you always have to kind of like check yourself as a parent to say, okay, well, when I was a kid, this was acceptable, but now you got to run it through the modern filter of today's world.
Got to ask them about their feelings.
Well, because there's just a lot of things you got to figure out because the things that were good for us in my era are just not good enough for today's children. One of those things being DodgeBall. They apparently are doing a study and actually a clinic in Canada to discuss the harmful effects of dodgeball, calling it a tool of, quote, oppression.
Oh, these kids are going to be so soft.
I mean, this is good.
Let me read to you from the report that they have done on dodgeball, the popular grade school game where you go out there with balls and, yes, you pelt the weaklings that are on the playground, hit them with the ball, and try to get them out.
Funny enough, back in Lake Park, one of the strategies was always try to get the best kid out first. You tried to get that kid out, and then you pick off everyone else. So, the different strategies, different towns.
Yeah, I hear you. They say it says that the moral problem is that dodgeball encourages students to aggressively single others out for dominance and to enjoy that dominance as a victory. Dodgeball is not only problematic in the modern sense of displaying hierarchies of privilege based on athletic skill, but that it is outright miseducative. That's a word I've not heard yet.
Dodgeball's like life, baby.
Dodgeball is unhelpful to the development of kind and gentle children who will become decent citizens of a liberal democracy. Dodgeball is a tool of oppression.
This isn't real.
No, it is.
I know somebody wrote it to act like it's real, but nobody is really upset about dodgeball.
Actually, I think they are. And here's the thing about it. Now, keep in mind, this is Canada, and we all know Canada's soft. So that's point one. Point two with this is, there are a lot of grade school games that I remember playing, and we've talked about this before, like a Red Rover.
Red Rover was basically an excuse to clothesline kids.
Oh, we would decapitate children. I mean, there had to be at least 3 to 4 deaths, probably the year that I was in kindergarten. I mean, you would try to do that, and you'd be going, okay, here they come. And you would just take them out. That's just what we did. We did all those things, and here's the thing for me. Is everyone forced to play dodgeball? Is it something that you have to do on the playground? Are they talking about maybe in gym class where everybody in gym has to play dodgeball and like,
we
weren't. I don't
weren't.
like this?
It was totally up to you what you did with that big red rubber ball.
Yeah.
You could do dodgeball if you wanted, but then you kind of formed your own group.
So that was my point of reference for us. Yeah, we had a playground, and there were kids that would do this or do that, and kids would voluntarily go play dodgeball. And if that's the case, I don't even know why this is a discussion. If kids are forced into playing dodgeball and they feel all these things that I read, that it's a tool of oppression, then maybe you could have an open discussion. But I think if it's a voluntary sport, then why are we even talking here?
What if you played dodgeball like how we played dodgeball? Again, not to reiterate, but we tried to take out the best player first because it was easier to win the game. If you could get them out first, you had a better shot of winning.
Well, and then that way, if you got the best player out first, you would still have 20 people on your team to all throw one time at the weakling that was on the other team. So you could really pelt them.
No, you make that kid wait for a good 10 minutes. Let him think about it.
Just sit over there and be like, we're coming for you.
I'm just kidding.
And the 2004 movie they quoted in the article from Dodgeball, Hank Azaria was in there playing Patches O'Houlihan, who was supposed to be like a Wayne Gretzky of Dodgeball. And he tells a boy keen to learn the game, quote, Dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation. So when you're picking players in gym class, remember to pick the bigger, stronger kids for your team. That way, you can all gang up on the weaker ones like Winston here.
Are they really citing that movie as one of their points?
That was one of the things in the article, yeah. Well, they just said, yeah, this is kind of puts it. What it was the article was written to talk about a council that was convening in Vancouver, Canada, to talk about whether or not they should outlaw dodgeball.
They know that movie is a comedy and meant to exaggerate and be ridiculous, right?
That's what I don't understand.
They don't get that movie is a joke.
People keep going back to these old movies and then trying to get, I don't know, like the moral wrongdoing of it. Y'all know it's a movie written. It's not real, right?
It's exaggerated awfulness that is supposed to be funny and make you laugh. It's not real life.
It's just like a book that we read back in the day that's not real. It's weird. What do you think the percentage of people who are truly upset and outraged about dodgeball, if you had to guess?
Well, I think it's, again, the minority, but, we're looking out for people that...
It's 30% of the weaklings.
I would go 15%, but I will say it's growing. It seems to be getting a little bit bigger.
Could be, because they're analyzing everything that is out there. And, Alicia texted in here in the chat room. She said, yeah, we played it in P as a class in Florida. It wasn't voluntary, but nobody thought anything of it. Somebody else said, yeah, I hated dodgeball. Always got picked last and was so tiny I used to get hit and I'd fall. And it was awful. Yeah, probably a lot of people. There were games that, people hated.
The one I hated was Mother May I. If you had a mother who did not like you, you were not moving any steps up. Mother, may I please move 2 steps up now? You never won. Talk about a game of power.
Mm-hmm. Well, to me, the thing that I would look at is that I don't know that it should ever be a mandatory thing that kids have to play. Let people opt out of it if they want to and offer an alternative. And if that's not the case, then, yeah, there are probably some violent games that kids who are a little smaller don't want to be a part of. And that's just the culture that we live in, my friends.
Man, I am one soft human being, and this is way too soft for me. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So that's kind of the overall thought on it. Got anything you want to add? Should we be getting rid of dodgeball, or are just we overhyping the problems that's going on? And do you agree Canada is soft? 877-979-WRMF. What would you say is the most amazing moment from the past 100 years?
Invention of the microwave.
Okay.
Just throwing out ideas. Let's just put that in there.
It's not even invention. It's just a most amazing or groundbreaking moment that has happened in the past 100 years.
Obviously, the internet.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Virginia?
Probably giving women the right to vote.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah. That's one of the things that people are celebrating.
Equal rights.
Yeah. Number one that they put on this list after they did a survey was the end of World War II in 1945.
Okay, that was huge.
That was kind of a big moment, yeah.
The world was at war. Yeah, it's nice to end that.
Yeah.
Is the moon landing on there?
The moon landing, yes, is number 5 on their list from 1969. First man on the moon. Yes. Groundbreaking, amazing moment.
Denny's just talking again about how he does not believe that the moon landing was real. Holy.
So to him, not amazing at all. Huh?
Oh, man, does that fire up people?
Yeah. The most recent thing that they've got on this list was the Berlin Wall starting to crumble in 1989. That's at number 6 on their list. And a lot of the list is made up of medical breakthroughs. In fact, 6 of the top 10 are medical breakthroughs, like number 2, the first organ transplant. Number 3, the first heart transplant. So that kind of makes up a lot of the top 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm going to see if you guys have an idea which came first. I'm going to give you monumental moments that are on this list, and you tell me which of these 2 came first.
Which doesn't stand a chance. Oh, you're going down, Witchy.
All right, blue fingers. You really couldn't get those fingers clean?
Look how, I got most of it off.
Yeah.
I bathed in rubbing alcohol for 2 hours.
Okay, what do you think? Which came first, the first programmable computer or the first TV? What came first?
It's a trap. It's a trap.
What do you think, Virginia? I'm going to see. This is a history quiz. You each keep your own individual scores here. First programmable computer. What do you think, Virginia? The first TV? Which came first?
I'm going to say TV.
Gonna say TV. Virginia gets a point, yes. First TV, 1926. Programmable computer, 1936.
Wow, okay. 36.
Yeah. I think they looked a lot different, and, I think it was like they had cards and little whatever, so it was a different kind of looking thing. Jaybird, for you, which came first here? Monumental moments of the last 100 years. The first birth control pill or the first chemotherapy treatment? Which came first?
Ooh, birth control. I feel like that was big in the 60s. Possibly late 50s. Give me birth control pill.
Came first. All right. No, it's first chemo treatment, 1956.
That's right.
Yeah, birth control is
62.
60. All right. Virginia, you have the lead right now. Which came first? The first satellite or the first person in space, who is the Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin?
Oh, yeah, Yuri. Good old Yuri.
What do you think?
I'm going to go satellite.
Okay, Virginia, yes. You're acing this. It was 1957 on the satellite, 61 on the first person in space. Jaybird got to catch up here. Virginia's just running away with this. First mobile phone call or the first email? Which came first? In monumental moments of the last 100 years.
First mobile phone call.
First mobile phone call. First email, 1971. First mobile phone call. 1973. Okay. Virginia, you can completely embarrass our poor boy if you get this one correct.
Too late. It's already happening.
Too late. He's already embarrassed himself.
Which came first? The first artificial heart or the vaccine for tuberculosis?
Show me tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis, Virginia. Perfect score. You get an A.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Professor. And might I say, you look very handsome.
Thank you, Virginia. That's why you're my favorite student.
Professor Smugs.
Tuberculosis, 1927. Artificial heart, 82.
By the way, I already know when I'm wrong before he even answers because he gets this wave of smug over his face.
It's an aura of joy.
It is. It really is. His beady eyes light up.
Okay, monumental moments of the last 100 years. Jaybird,
Come on.
You're yet to get one correct.
Finish strong.
This is kind of like a flashback, isn't it?
Shock the world.
What, to every game ever?
The first text message or the World Wide Web? Which came first? First text message or the World Wide Web?
It's got to be the World Wide Web, but is it Kevin trickery, Jason?
Uh-oh. Don't fall in this rabbit hole.
Did some kind of weird scientist from Russia send a text in 68?
Yes, Yuri.
Yuri. I think it's... What? Say it again. I want to make sure I get it. I want to make sure I fail.
Virginia, why can't every student be like you?
It's impossible. They only made one of me.
Oh, Professor Smugs, it hurts.
The first text message or the World Wide Web?
Show me the World Wide Web.
World Wide Web is your answer? Okay. Jaybird, you are correct. Yes.
Finish strong.
I
Yes.
feel so good.
1989 for the World Wide Web, 92 for the first text message. Very nice. And one more bonus. This is extra credit.
Worth 10 points? Okay, I love it.
GPS or YouTube? Which came first? GPS or YouTube? Which came first?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy.
What do you think? What is it, Bird?
It's GPS.
GPS. Okay. That's what he says. What do you say, Virginia?
I agree. I think it was GPS.
Yeah, you're both correct. 1974 on the GPS, YouTube 2005.
Wow,
There you
okay.
go. Those are all ones that they listed.
Have you
in the
ever
top
seen?
50.
Have you ever seen the first YouTube video ever?
No. Wait, I don't know. Maybe.
It's
What is
like-
it?
It's some guy. It's really bad footage. It's like 9 seconds long.
I think I have, and it was very unimpressive that I kind of forgot that I've seen the first YouTube video.
Very unimpressive.
Yeah, there's not really a lot going into it, so there you go. Coming up here, we got Camp KVJ. If you got kids that are In summer school, well, I guess they're up early. Maybe the kids who didn't do well in school are the ones that get the early jump on this. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're going to jump on it first.
Did summer school start already?
I don't know. Did they start it right away?
Did they give you a gap week? Jay Bird, you would know.
They did. They gave you, I think, a week and a half. And I get what you're doing. I was in summer school, by the way, in 1991. Long time ago. All right? Long time.
Okay. Well, what you get is 4-pack of tickets, Rapids Water Park, and Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. That's what we got for KVJ. Camp KVJ coming up next. Depending upon where you are, some people saying that summer school starts today. That's in the 772. So.
That is not cool.
Not cool at all.
There you go. That's really kicking off. Well, I guess today maybe you got an added advantage because you're up early. Other kids are sleeping in. So they are going to miss out on today's Camp KVJ. Whole bunch of stuff for you to do here in the summertime for free. We'll pick up the tab on this. We've got Carlos on here from Boynton Beach. What's up, Carlos?
What's up, Jay?
Yeah, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good.
Good. I guess you got a couple kids. What'd you say?
It's going great.
You first.
I want some tickets. I got a better chance of winning tickets than getting my son off of Fortnite.
Oh, my gosh. Isn't that the truth, my man? Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I get it. We're going to end this quickly here, Carlos, because it's not going well. You got two kids. You got the 10-year-old that's doing the Fortnite. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was going to say it's better than the 4-year-old. What is the 4-year-old into?
Ryan's Cloverview. You guys ever heard of that?
No, that's a new one on me. I've aged out of the 4-year-old stuff. So, well, I imagine going and checking the space stuff would be cool. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, 4-pack of tickets, but every kid, doesn't matter the age, even the adults love Rapids Water Park. So you got the hookup, okay, Carlos?
Woo woo!
Woo woo! All right, man. Enjoy it, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Okay, there you go. That easy. Well, it wasn't easy, but you know what I'm saying. It's just a call away. That's all it is.
I think a couple of our phone lines, and a couple of them aren't, but a couple of them are on a delay.
They are, yes.
And you can tell when you play the no-name movie game, if your partner is on a line with a delay, you're probably going to lose.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Makes talking fun, doesn't it?
The phone lines are not consistent over there.
That was tough to listen to.
Next week we're going to Tin Cans and String. I think we might get a better connection. Tomorrow, same time, you got another chance to win for your kids. Rapids Water Park and Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex with Camp KVJ. Well, I got some celebrity birthdays here today, like T.J. Miller. He was part of that show Silicon Valley on HBO that just announced they're going to be ending at the end of their 6th season. He's on there for a while, and then he ran into some #MeToo moments, I believe.
Haven't heard much from him since.
No. He's on Deadpool still. I think he was in the sequel.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. He was.
Yeah. Other than that, his stand-up career seems to have cooled a bit.
A lot of those comedians that had that scandal go on, if they're doing the radio interviewers, they always tell Denny's, do not mention anything about the #MeToo scandal. That they preface with that.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay. It's fun. Angelina Jolie is turning 44 today. Russell Brand, Katy Perry's ex, 44. And Dr. Ruth, how old do you think she is? Dr. Ruth, take a guess.
88.
92.
91. She is 91 today. Wow.
Good for you, old girl.
That's right.
Still kicking it.
Taught us a lot.
Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. Also, got to say happy birthday to Allie from Mommy, Jared, Camille, and Bobo. And also happy 8th birthday and last day of school to Abram. Tomorrow we leave for vacation. Love Mom, Dad on him, and Nugget, and from Jessica. So there you go. So apparently some kids still wrapping up school. Does this sound like the right move, or am I being silly? Now, over the weekend, I noticed that one of the Marvel movies that I haven't seen yet was on there, Captain Marvel. It's the one with Brie Larson. I hadn't seen it, and then, I've seen the last Avengers movie, which, is kind of weird because I missed that place marker, Because because the movie was supposed to predate it, so I didn't really know who the character was when she's in the movie. And so I saw it, and I said to my son, Ken, he hadn't seen it either. I'm like, hey, you want to watch this movie? I'm like, cool. You can get it and rent it. And he's like, yeah, cool. And so I went to go click on it, and you got to buy the movie.
Well, it takes 2 weeks on your demand. So it'll be available to buy for the first 2 weeks, and then on that third week, you'll be able to rent or buy it. Believe me, I know about this very much.
Yeah, that was it, though. I wanted the rent option.
It doesn't. It's because it just got released. You have to wait a couple weeks.
Hated that. So I was like, nope, show's over. And my wife's like, it's $20. She's like, you know how much you would spend if you went to go see it in the theater? I'm like, yeah, but I'm probably going to watch it one time. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
20 to watch it at home, it seems like a ripoff.
That's kind of what I thought. So I'm like,
you're in your house.
She's like, you got your kid all ginned up to watch this movie, and now you're like, no, show's over. I'm like, well, that's before I realized that you couldn't rent it for $5.99. I'm like, it's just. She's like, it's $14 in the grand scheme of things.
And you get to keep it. You get to rewatch it as much as you want. I did the same thing.
I don't think I'm going to, though.
I agree with you. I did the deluxe with Batman vs. Superman, and it was like $30. And I really wanted to see it, and it was going to be another 2 or 3 weeks before it came out to rent. I'm like, I'll just buy it. I did not like the movie, and I own it now.
Right, yes. I was like, I can't do that. Why would I like this movie? I can't do it. It seems wrong, doesn't it?
It is a lot. That's a lot.
But you have to just have patience. In 2 weeks, you'll be able to rent it. I know. I understand. I've been there so many times where I wanted to rent the movie, and it's just the buy option.
And yes, I ruined my son's Sunday, but I think I taught him a valuable lesson in economics, correct?
I agree with you. We don't waste money on that level.
Right.
That's too much.
Some of the most valuable lessons, unfortunately, in life are painful, Virginia. Isn't that just kind of the way it goes?
That's more expensive than my kid paid to go see that dumb Mom movie last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Her ticket came up, it was only $15.
Okay.
They want 20 in your own house to
my wife
own
was
this
saying
movie?
that's 10 apiece.
Oh, I see.
You see, Virginia, so it costs more if we went to go see it in the theater.
Oh, I see what she's saying.
Yeah, you see. Okay. So do you change your tune?
But
or?
was the kid going to pay? No. So it
You're
still falls
right.
on you.
Okay.
That kid's not ponying up anything.
Yes.
These kids are leeches.
So we had a little disagreement on it. I still feel like I did the right thing. And I do it again. I just, out of principle, I'm just not going to buy a movie like that.
I'm with you.
Okay, thank you.
It all depends on the moment. I think you kind of blew it, but it's okay.
But he spends money like a crazy man.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you talking about?
He's not frugal.
I spend silly money on things that don't matter, but things that are important like bonding with your... I'm not going to spend money on that. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. Alone time with your son for a memory he's never going to forget? I'm not dropping an extra $6 for that.
Gotta save that money for a Buckeye shirt.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's get it straight here. We know I'm not a good father. Hey, come on.
Nobody knows better than him.
Right. Talk to my son about that. He knows. Coming up here in a couple minutes, it is like the summer blockbuster season. And I got a fun little game here for you, the Rotten Tomatoes game. I'm going to take 2 different movies. Both of them pretty good movies in and of themselves. But which one has a better rating on audience score on Rotten Tomatoes? Which one?
The witch doesn't stand a chance.
Didn't you say that last game?
I did. I don't learn from my mistakes.
Legally Blonde or Clueless?
Ooh.
Clueless is higher.
Legally Blonde is higher.
Okay. One of you is correct. Clueless is higher. Chamber Redemption. Clueless, 76% on the audience score. Legally Blonde, 72%.
Oh, so close.
It is close. A lot of these are close. So that's the name of the game. If you want to play along, think you know your movies, you can get an assist from Jaybird or Virginia, but there's a good chance they're going to lead you down the wrong path.
Always.
Concert tickets.
In life, in drinking choices. Yeah, we're just bad path kind of people.
That's right. Got a couple different concerts for you to choose from. You get your pick of tickets. Florence and the Machine with Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats will be at the BB&T Center this Sunday, or you got Steel Pulse June 21st at the Abacoa Amphitheater in Jupiter. All right, how well do you know your movies? It is the Rotten Tomatoes game here. Which of these 2 movies has a better audience score when you look on Rotten Tomatoes? Jaybird set the tone just a second ago. when he actually got, boy, that's impressive that you beat Virginia. Because if Virginia's going to know any movies, it was the ones I threw out, Legally Blonde and Clueless. Clueless has the higher Rotten Tomatoes audience score, 76 to 72.
Clueless is a fantastic movie. I love me some Clueless.
Mm-hmm.
I love Legally Blonde more. I just went with my heart.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Again, you have a heart?
It's bigger than your gut.
Ashley's on here from Royal Palm. Ashley, you can get help from either Virginia or Jaybird, but keep in mind one of them is good at movies and one of them is not. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's see. You got 5 options. Got to get 3 of 5 here to pick up some concert tickets. All right, what do you think about this one? Which has a higher audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, Goonies or The Karate Kid? Goonies or The Karate Kid? I'm just kind of curious. What would you say on that, Jaybird?
I would say that The Goonies has a higher audience score, but they're both high.
Okay. All right. What do you think? You want to listen to Jaybird, or you want to go the different route here, Ashley?
I'm going to agree with Jaybird.
Gonna agree with Jaybird.
I think it's the Goonies.
That's right in his wheelhouse. Yeah, gotta go with that. Yeah, Goonies has a 91% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. The Karate Kid is 82.
Oh.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was as low as it was. I thought Karate Kid would be higher.
Yeah, but it is down there. And 82 is still good.
It's great.
Yeah. Okay, what about this? Bridesmaids or Girls Trip? That might be something for Virginia. Have you seen both those movies, Virginia?
I have.
If you blow this, I'll be so disappointed.
Yeah, Jaybird is, I mean, he's living up to his end of the bargain here. If you had to help out Ashley, what would you say is the higher audience score?
Oh, these are both great movies. I most recently saw Girls Trip, loved it, but I do think Bridesmaids is going to have a higher rating.
Okay. What do you think, Ashley? Do you want to listen to Virginia or go against the grain?
I haven't seen Girls Trip, but I've seen Bridesmaids, so I'm going to go with Virginia on this one.
Going to go with Virginia on this. Well, the theme of this game is that's always a bad idea.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Girls Trip has the higher audience score, 78% to 76%.
Wow, that's close.
76?
Yeah.
Bridesmaids got 76?
That's not really a great score, actually. It's okay.
I thought that'd be higher.
Everybody loved that movie.
Yeah, I thought that'd be higher. But the comedies sometimes are tough, though, to get a high score.
Yeah.
I mean, 70, like in the 70 range, I think that is pretty good for a comedy.
It is. No, it's still decent. Yeah, you'd take it. All right, so you've gotten one right. You've missed one here. Got to get 2 more correct. What do you think? Grease or Pitch Perfect? Ashley, which one do you think has the higher audience score on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm going to go with Grease.
And if it's not Grease, there's a lot wrong. And I love both of these movies.
Okay. Ashley's correct on her own. It is Grease. Grease, 87% audience score. Pitch Perfect, 83.
You weren't a big Grease fan, were you, Kev?
I'm not a big musical fan. So, I mean, I don't want to knock the movie.
Could you imagine Kevin having to watch Pitch Perfect?
Yeah. The only thing you could do worse would be a musical horror for me. That's the only thing that would
Rocky
be
Horror
worse.
Picture Show.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh,
Terrible.
Little Shop of
Little
Horrors.
Shop of Horrors is great.
It's amazing. If you don't like that, there's something wrong with you. The problem is you, my friend.
Okay, well, the problem is me. Okay, next up here. Got to get just one more correct here to get the concert tickets, Ashley. Pretty Woman or Dirty Dancing? What do you think has the higher audience score? And I'll let you know, oddly enough, it's not close.
I mean, you're making the bird groan over there.
What would you say, Bird?
That's a tough one. Because one did not expect to do anything, and one went in there with a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dirty Dancing wins. Beats it. It's higher.
Okay. What do you think, Ashley? You want to listen to Bird or go the other way?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jaybird again. I like Dirty Dancing better.
Don't blow it, Bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all riding on this one, Bird.
Telling you, it's not even close. One has 90% with the audience. The other has 68%.
I know. Here's the thing, 68%. I don't know. Just stay with your gut, even though it's wrong a lot. I'll stay with Dirty Dancing.
Your gut is always right. Dirty Dancing. I could not believe Pretty Woman was that low. 68% audience score.
They did not expect that to do what it did. They made that movie thinking it was going to be a bomb, and then for whatever reason, it took off.
I think it was Julia Roberts. She just had great. She was cute.
Likeable.
Yes.
So likable.
Yeah. Adorable. Now, I mean, when you really kind of talk out the concept, it is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it really is.
I get why they thought maybe it might be a bomb.
Yeah, you can pick apart that movie.
If you
big
told me that
time.
movie before it came out, I'd be like, that's dumb. That's going to totally tank. Awful idea. Well, congratulations here, Ashley. You got your pick of concert tickets, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Well played. Jaybird, you know what? Good round.
Thank you. It feels good to win something.
Yeah. Total redemption for that. Coming up here on the KVJ show in just a couple minutes, going to be looking for awkward confessions here today. Awkward confessions. Do you have something awkward to confess? Is there an awkward moment or a story that you had? Kind of like the conversation with myself and Carlos just a bit ago on Camp KVJ. Is there something that went down that you would say, yeah, that was kind of awkward? I was looking at this list that they had. BuzzFeed came out from people confessing what some of their most awkward moments were. And I know, Jaybird, you tend to have a lot. It's kind of like a foot in the mouth kind of issue. That would work as an awkward confession.
I mean, one that I can think off the top of my head is when I was talking about that 16-year-old's surprise birthday party, and I didn't know I thought it was a regular party, and I blew her surprise party. I'm like, so when's the big party? It's this Saturday, right? I'm going to try to make it. We're having a party? I'm like, I never mind.
Yeah.
Awkward.
One of the ones they had here in BuzzFeed, somebody said, yeah, one time I told the cashier to keep the change. She told me I was $1 short.
Oh, anytime you're at a grocery line and your card doesn't go through.
Oh, yeah.
That happened to me at Lowe's over the weekend. I was trying to buy stuff, and
Awkward.
there was the longest line behind me, and my card got declined.
It's so humiliating. That happened to me at the PGA golf event 2 years in a row in front of hot girls.
It's horrible.
Yeah, this one said, I'm at a food truck, and this guy walks up and he says, yeah, I'll just have my usual. The guy working the food truck says, I don't know who the hell you are.
Those moments are.
Oh, you're like, yeah, I'm here a lot. You should, yeah. I have no idea who you are.
Have you ever tried to get in somebody's car? You think it's your friend, but it's not. Hey, what's up, Dave?
Oh, getting in the wrong car is a great
Dave.
one. All right, what's your awkward confession? Call or text it in 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Yeah, Friday Night's Naked Mile really could lend itself to a very awkward situation.
Oh, yes.
Yes, definitely. And I saw some awkward confessions. Tell us the story of your best awkward situation. Tell me which one's your favorite. I'm going to hook up the winner here with some tickets. Somebody said, my awkward situation, I yelled, hey, B, at who I thought was my sister. It wasn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's tough. I was walking into a nightclub and it was becoming pretty crowded, so I reached back to grab my husband's hand. I grabbed somebody else's junk instead.
Oh, jeez. That's
tough.
rough.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Somebody said the other thing about the bar that's awkward, if you've ever been in there in a bathroom and you don't realize it's got a faulty lock until somebody swings the door open and there's a line.
Horrifying.
Awkward and terrible. Yeah. Somebody said, I've lived next to Steve for 3 years. I call him Steve. I've been to his apartment for dinner. His name is in my phone. I just found out his name's Brian. His dog is Steve.
Oh.
I did the same thing with my neighbor, and then he caught me lying about it. His name is Mark. I'm like, okay, Mike, no problem. Okay. By the way, my name's Mark. And then I'm like, oh, no. And then I texted him the same thing, and I go, hey, what's up, Mike? He goes, hey, no problem. By the way, my name's Mark. I go, I know. I did. It was a typo. And okay, it was not a typo.
So you called him, he corrected you, and then you text him with the wrong name again.
Yes, and then I lied about it. Played on autocorrect.
Somebody said, my awkward confession, I just went to Subway for a sandwich and chips. Cute guy behind the counter asked me if I wanted to go for a drink. I told him I was flattered, but I had a boyfriend. He said, no, I meant with your meal.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I get it. Somebody said, I had just spent 20 minutes yelling to my mom in the kitchen, will you please make me a freaking grilled cheese sandwich? The last 15 minutes, I've grown increasingly testy. I was furious as I got up to confront her, but was quickly humbled when I realized that the noise in the kitchen was coming from the carpet cleaners. And they let themselves in. I've been going, who is this a-hole that thinks I'm going to clean his carpets and make him a grilled cheese sandwich?
And what are you screaming at your mom like that for?
Right? This guy, honestly, you need to be called out anyway, but still.
If you're over the age of 10, you need to be slapped.
I agree with you.
Get it together. Go make your own grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Do you ever get any awkward moments when you try to hug somebody and either they don't want a hug or they go to do a handshake instead of a hug? That's how I hugged that one kid's boob. I went to go. He was like, "Sorry to hear about Aunt Ann." I went to go give him like a high five, but then he went to go hug, and then I'm like, "Oh, he's hugging," and I just kind of rested my head on his boob.
The worst, I was watching the movie Neighbors for the first time over the weekend, and he did this, and I've done this before, where somebody goes to give you a knuckle bump, but you've already committed to a handshake, and it's out there, and he just took his hand and like covered it. He took his fist and just covered it with his hand.
There's a lot of awkward moments there.
If you are not on the same page, knuckle bump, handshake, it gets really awkward.
You just caressed his knuckle bump.
I did. I just hold his fist. Somebody said I just walked into my room holding the remote and a glass of chocolate milk. I meant to toss the remote on the bed, but my brain somehow mixed up the signals, and I flung the chocolate milk on the bed instead. My roommate looked at me like I was a maniac.
I know that move.
You imagine you just walk into your bedroom, just chuck a glass of chocolate milk.
I can see that happening if you have things on your mind.
What are you doing?
Yes.
What was it you said you did the other day, Jay Bird?
I had a meal. I was the same kind of thing. I was on autopilot, and I had the meal in my hand, but I'm also doing laundry. So I take the meal that I just got that I have to go heat up. I throw that into the dryer, put the dryer on, and then I'm looking at it all over for my meal. Go, where's my meal? Opening up the microwave. Go, oh crap! I put my meal in the dryer. Thinking that.
Well, I mean, it might warm it up.
It did not.
Your clothes that are in there with it not going to fare well.
Yeah. Somebody else texted and said, "Yeah, oh, this is actually it's a pretty good little joke, actually. My buddy gave me an assist by helping me download his quote sex playlist. My girl and I were well into the action before on came the Star Spangled Banner.
What?
He pranked himself. Yeah, hey, downloads it. He spikes in the Star Spangled Banner." Dun, 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 dun. What at that point? What do you do?
Stand and salute our country, damn it!
I think you have to put your hand over your heart and stand. Take your hat off if you're wearing one.
Let me see. Stephanie is on here from Boynton with an awkward moment. What happened, Stephanie?
I was about 17, and I was at work, and it had been raining, and my coworker went to open the door for somebody, which we didn't typically do, and she's talking to him, and so she calls me over, and she introduces me, or like he goes to shake my hand, and he says, "Oh, sorry, it's wet," and I said, "Oh, that's what she said." And my coworker goes, "Stephanie, this is John, the pastor at my church." Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That's what she said. Oh, that's pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
Hold on, Stephanie. I gotta give you something. That's pretty good.
The awkward moment when there's two with Kevin when he was we just got to Miami and they're introducing us to everybody and they're showing us everyone at different desks and Kevin goes, "Oh, you have a beautiful daughter." The picture on the woman's desk. She's, "Yeah, that's my son."
Yeah, I've got many. Somebody said, texted and said, "I pranked my girlfriend by telling her I saw her kissing another guy. She apologized."
Oh.
Wow, that turns fast, doesn't it?
Dang.
Okay. Whoa.
Burn, baby.
Somebody said I was always nostalgic of the cup my grandmother kept by the sink in her bathroom. I used it to rinse out my mouth or to get a late night drink if I woke up thirsty. It was years later when one day Grandma saw me using the cup and told me to stop. She said, "No, that's for Grandma's teeth."
Oh. That's not awkward. That's just awful.
Yeah. It's a different definition, but that is, equally terrible. All right, something to add to the mix. What is your awkward moment? 877-979-WRMF. Some of these awkward confessions are great. Oh, man. So he said, I was in Taekwondo, and the teacher was testing our ab strength, and we had to sit in a crunch position while she walked on our stomachs. It was quiet when she stepped on my stomach. I let out a gigantic fart.
Oh, that sucks.
That's not your fault.
Well, you're right. It's not their fault, right?
It doesn't matter, though. I mean, you just wrecked the dojo.
You wrecked the dojo. You're right. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I was at work as a paramedic. I walked into the living room and I asked the patient, hey, how's it hanging? She said, my husband hung himself yesterday.
Oh, that is rough.
Want to get away?
Oh, that is a tough one.
That is devastating. You just turn around and walk out.
Oh, man. Wow.
There's nothing you can say.
No, I don't know what you say. Angie's on here from Miami, 877-979-WRMF. What's your awkward confession, Angie?
Well, good morning, guys. My awkward confession is a few years ago, I used to work at a cruise line, and I was really close with my supervisor. So I'm in her office one morning, and I see this really nice bronze heart-shaped paperweight, and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Where did you get this? She's like, oh, thank you. Those are my husband's ashes.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, after I had been, bounce it into my hand, turning it around,
Thank goodness it didn't
spill. She was kind of
spill.
cool about it, but I just put it down and walked out. I was like, I'll see you later.
Okay, all right, I'll see you later. It's good stuff. Hang on real quick. I like that, Angie. Let me see. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, when I first met my boyfriend's parents, they had no idea we were coming. So he used his key and he unlocked the front door for me to step in. Well, I step into the living room and the door closes behind me. And I look, and there I am standing in his parents' living room by myself, and they're there watching TV. He just said, he shut the door. They're like, can we help you?
Oh.
It was his little joke.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Oh. They're like, what the hell?
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Can I help you?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, man. I had an appointment with a customer, and he called to tell me that he was running late because he had to pick up his kids from school. So he shows up with an attractive young girl, and he introduces me, and I say, how many kids do you have? And he turns, and he says, that's actually not my daughter. That's my girlfriend.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That'll happen.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Leslie said I was talking to a VP at work, and I had to sneeze, and I tried to hold it back, and when I did, I farted. That's it's not fair because you're trying to be like, oh, it's going to be so embarrassing if I sneeze.
That is rough.
It's not fair that kind of stuff happens because that's not what you're selling out for.
But we do need more fart on the boss jokes.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, it's good stuff. All right, thank you for all the texts that coming in, 877-979. WRMF, 877-979-9763. And this is awkward and also a good lesson. Somebody said, I went to Long Island this weekend. I forgot that people outside of Miami don't kiss on the cheek. I ended up doing it to a guy at a party, and needless to say, his girlfriend was not happy.
Weird.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Other people kiss on the cheek.
They do, but it's the same thing with hugging. I remember I hugged this rugged country dude, and he pushed me off of him. I'm like, hey, what's up, brother? Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Some people don't like that stuff.
Somebody said there's a really good-looking guy in my accounting class, and his Insta was on private. So I sent a follow request during class. He looked over at me, then denied the request.
Oh, that's just mean. It's hurtful.
Dang.
Oh, my gosh.
Burn.
Somebody else said I asked my dad for some booze because I was broke and had run out. So he gave me the huge bottle of vodka from the cabinet that I had stolen at the age of 16 and replaced with water. Life really does come back to bite you in the ass. There you go. There's a full bottle of vodka. It's all water. It's a problem you get. All right. Well, we had gotten an email from several people who said, hey, in the summertime, would you guys bring back sudden death? So we're going through some sudden death ideas, some that were suggested, and some that were some old sudden death classics. And we're going to try to start crossing them off the list here for the summertime. And the new little twist that we have here is you get one pass in the summertime. Should you lose, you can flip it because it's always about who draws the lowest playing card, and you can make the person with the highest playing card do that challenge.
Okay.
But you only have one pass for the entire summer.
And that's the rule. You can only flip it out with somebody who has the highest card?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
It's only the highest card. It's not you pick. It's only the highest.
That is a
You reverse
nice
the order.
little wrinkle.
Yeah.
So you want to just stay in the middle and fly under the radar.
Staying in the middle is great. Yeah, because you don't have the pressure either way. But yeah, if you get a high card now, you should start sweating because it could flip on you.
The witch looks shook. She looks shook.
No, I don't. I got a bunch of Botox recently. I don't look nothing.
Why are there so many wrinkles still? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally just kidding. You look beautiful. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let me see here. Today, sudden death, what came up first is the loser has to lick the windshield of the KVJ vehicle clean.
Oh. Virginia.
What?
Yep. We're going to help out our promotions department today. And on Facebook Live, you're going to make a video licking the windshield clean.
Question.
Yes.
How long of a lick? How much? What's the length here? The whole entire window?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the initial.
I
mean,
love
I'd like
it.
to see somebody put forth a good bit of effort. But
I like
it might
hard-ass
take a
Kevin.
little bit of time.
I
but
like
yeah.
this.
I'll say I'll put a good 2 minutes on the clock, but it's got to be a 2 minutes of solid cleaning.
Why?
Yeah.
Why you look shook?
This is gross.
Yeah.
You get sick from this.
Well,
it's just a little road dirt.
It's a little road dirt.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, look at all the stories of Hepe in the news. You go out to eat, Virginia, you could get sick.
I know. Every day there's a new Hepe restaurant. Did you see it?
I did.
Another one.
That's all I read.
All we're doing is looking at a station vehicle window.
Okay. Yeah, this makes this. I do like this. This is fun having this new little wrinkle here.
Keep you honest, Kev.
Yeah, it does. Well, you know what? It keeps you from getting comfortable. Because you draw a card, you think, oh, it's going to be great. I got a nice little card here.
And it's also strategy. You don't want to blow your chance on a week. You know what I mean? On a week.
Right, because there are, as awful as this one sounds, there are some really bad things coming up for sudden death. So, yeah, you might say, oh, I'm going to use it now, and then next week's is worse, and you wind up losing that one too. Okay. All right, let's see what everybody's got here. Okay. My playing card that I drew out of the deck, I got a jack. Got a jack.
The rig is in. I mean, he's just driving a rig.
It's early, but it does feel riggy already. It does. It's got.
It always feels riggy.
Got the
welcome to the summer of rig.
Do you know what? I love this.
I like when summertimes have a theme. This is the summer of rig.
Do you know how I love this whole new element of this game? Because there's only been a one card pick, and look how shook the witch is. She's already freaking out.
Devastated.
Okay.
I'm devastated.
She really don't want to do this either.
I'm so used to losing, so I'm not phased. Oh, this is great.
All right, let's see what you got, Jay Bird. Let's see where you are.
Ugh, it's a 3.
Oh.
That's tough. Okay, Denny's. What do you have here for sudden death?
Oh, I got a queen.
Okay, but you're the highest card.
Ah, that's right. I forgot about the new rules.
Okay, so we got Jaybird and Denny's on either side of it here.
Oh, man, please, universe.
Virginia, you might have a decision to make here. What's your card?
The lowest card. I got a 2.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
The universe!
But you can switch
Virginia, you do. You have a decision to make. I'm going to give you a second to think about this. You've got licking the station vehicle windshield clean, or you could flip and have Denny's do it. Okay?
But
you get a second to think about that.
Just know, though, the future does not look good for you. Mystery box on
this
Monday?
This is week 1 of the summertime, yes. Of sudden death.
I mean, I can't hurt sweet Denny's.
He ain't so sweet. Did you see what was in that mystery box yesterday? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was on you. It was
Urinal
funny.
mint?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. You're all going down.
Okay. Does Virginia go lick the windshield, or will she flip it on Denny's? Either way, you get to watch on KVJ TV coming up. Well, this is round 1 of the summertime sudden death. New little rule that we got here is the lowest card can flip and actually make the highest card go and do the task. The challenge today, got to take a good minute licking the radio station KVJ vehicle windshield.
It's a pretty good punishment because it is pretty darn gross.
It is. Okay, good. I guess, right? Or
No.
should our promo department be cleaning that like every day?
Well, the window, the station vehicle looks gorgeous.
It does look good, yeah.
But the window, the South Florida
Yeah.
grime, that's a daily struggle, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
The bird poo.
Oh.
The bug.
Time. Grime.
Okay. Well, Virginia, you drew a 2, the lowest card. Denny's drew a queen, the highest card out of the playing card deck. So right now, it is your challenge to go do unless you want to flip it on Denny's.
Questions.
Yes.
Can I bring lube? Can I bring like a lubricant? Say like a cup of water.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, chaser, basically.
So are you asking if you can wipe it off first? Is that what you're saying?
I just think my tongue's going to get dry.
Yeah.
And
You need to keep it moist.
I'm
yeah.
not going to be able to do this with a dry tongue.
Oh, get that thing damp.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far. You know, I'm going to be down there for support, too. I want to watch this. I'll make sure it goes well.
You can stay. You're not needed.
You sure? Who's going to run the camera?
Yeah,
We're gonna do a Facebook Live video.
Denny's going to run the camera.
Oh, you know what? Then I'll be there for support.
You're good.
Okay, well, I'll be there just to
You can keep your Smurf hand up here.
I'll be there to taunt you, man. I do want to note, though, isn't it so nice that Kevin fell in that little safe middle spot on
Yeah.
the first round?
Summer rig.
The spot that we said, the sweet spot. You don't want to be the best. You don't want to be the worst.
I won't lose the entire summer.
Let's keep that stat. How many times does the Kevin Ralston make it in that sweet spot?
Yep.
The rig is in.
That's right, baby.
You pull the one card and say, the rig is in.
Virginia, what do you think here after the dirt? Are you going to be staying here and setting Denny's down, or are you going to go down and pay off the sudden death punishment?
I want to speak with Denny's for a second.
Okay.
All right.
So, Denny's, if I take this one and I keep you safe, you and me have to form an alliance. I'm your mijo now.
What is this, Survivor?
I got to tell you, this is a real expensive game. You don't want to play, Denny's. Who's the real me?
Yeah, you could wind up making enemies
I'm
you don't want to
protecting
make.
you in this game. But
For
then
sure.
if you get the chance later to protect me in this game,
It's true. It's like Big Brother.
it's exactly like Big Brother. You and I have formed an alliance.
But you also form enemies when you do something
Oh,
like this.
and me and the rig, we
Yeah.
will make sure this whole place goes up in flames. I mean, we'll all go.
The rig and the pig.
Oh, the rig and
Yeah.
the pig will be here
Yep.
to just make your life miserable. But go ahead, side with the witch.
And I sabotage the cards every week anyway, so.
You're gonna go against your best friend and the guy in charge for the witch.
This has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going against you guys.
You're not going against
No.
them. You're
Yeah,
only,
you are. Yeah, he is.
You're
Yeah,
only,
you are. Yeah, he
you're
is.
only promising to protect me if we're in the same scenario
Just trying to
again and it's flipped.
fortify.
They're trying to make this something it's not because they're dumb and they don't get it.
This is drawing a line.
It's drawing a
This is
line.
gonna
not
last
drawing
all
a
summer.
line.
Yeah,
you
it
make
is.
a deal with the devil, then you really, really have some problems in the both of you.
Yeah. Okay. It's your decision, Denny's.
Yeah, no, please team up with the
Choose
witch.
wisely.
Yeah, I think I'm going to team up with the witch.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I think we're going to pair up like Big Brother.
Let's do this.
Okay, so
I'm
you're-
your mijo now.
Okay, so
What? I would think this through, my man. I would think this one through.
so you're going to take the punishment and do it yourself, Virginia? And
I
protect
am
Denny's?
because I do have fear that down the line it's going to be worse.
So you'll later get the highest card. He'll have the lowest, but he won't flip it on you because you didn't do it to him.
Right. We have a pact. It has nothing to do with you and the pig.
Make no mistake. It does.
Denny's going to get like the worst punishment ever known that none of us are like going, we think you might wind up in the hospital. And Virginia's going to be over there sitting pretty with that ace. And you're going to do it. I mean, this really isn't that bad of a punishment. Like, I would do this in a second.
It's not that bad of a
It's
punishment.
not that great, though. But I mean, if we flip
It's not
them.
that bad. I've seen the list. We're warming up.
Get him, Smuggy. Get
Don't
him.
listen to that.
Yeah, I think last year I lost like 4 in a row. So, I mean, it couldn't be worse than that year.
Okay.
I've never enjoyed Kevin smug as I do right now.
All right.
It feels good. I'm
Okay.
going to chase this feeling.
You do that, the rig and the pig.
Yeah. All right. We'll need, obviously, the Facebook Live video here after Virginia does the dirt when she goes down to make sure she's doing this appropriately.
Kevin, I will make sure that the law is in
You'll
motion.
go down.
You
okay.
know it.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be coming up. Virginia licks the radio station KVJ vehicle windshield clean
So gross.
after the dirt. Okay. All right. I believe it's just about that time, right?
Oh, it is.
I don't know. We can put ice the kicker.
What?
It's time, Virginia.
I don't want to go.
No, it's time to really actually get the dirt. Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys are going to be heading downstairs right now. If you want to go on to Facebook Live, just go for the KVJ show, and you'll be able to see right there the video that's going to be popping up here in a second.
All right.
You calling the station?
I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys can handle all the technical parts of it?
Nah, not really.
Give people a little bit of time to dial it in here. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Jaybird, you're going to babysit and make sure she's doing it right.
All 2 minutes, right, Coach?
Yep.
Okay.
All 2 minutes. You're going to be the enforcer, Jaybird.
Yes, sir.
Don't go soft on her, okay?
Oh, come on.
Come on, man. All right, make this thing count. All right, dial it in. Go to our KVJ TV feed we got on Facebook Live right now. Just look for the KVJ show. Virginia licking the KVJ vehicle windshield clean next. Kind of love the old summertime. We do some different stuff here on the KVJ show. One of those things we brought back for this summertime is sudden death. Something we've done previous years here on the show, but brought it back for a special summertime edition. So this is week one with a little twist that the person who draws out the lowest playing card and typically has to do the challenge for sudden death now has the option of flipping it at least one pass per season and making the person with the highest playing card actually do the challenge. Virginia drew the lowest playing card. Denny's had the highest playing card. But she decided to go on ahead and take the challenge today, which is licking the windshield of the KVJ station vehicle out there. Good 2 minutes. You got to be tonguing that thing. And we got Jaybird out there to enforce it. And we also have a live video that's going to be going on. You can see on Facebook Live. If you go Facebook and then go to the KVJ show, that video is going to be popping up right there for you. Okay. All right. Here, Jaybird out there along with Virginia. They're getting all ready for this.
Oh, he is so obnoxious.
Yeah, he's going to be living this one up. I know he's very excited for this.
Lick it up.
Yeah. Okay. How does the windshield look right now? If you had to give a status on it, is it real? And you might get lucky. It may be immaculate. Is it immaculate or is it a little dirty?
It's definitely a little dirty. There's like bug remnants all over it. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned in a good maybe 2 weeks.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, luckily we got you, Virginia, to take over. I see Jaybird out there. He's dancing around. He's having a good time. Boy, this kid's excited here for this. Okay. I'll go on ahead. You got 2 minutes on it. Jaybird is going to watch to make sure you're doing an adequate job. So if he tells me at any point that he's not, I'm going to have to pause the clock for the 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Head on over there to Jaybird. Hello, Jaybird. Okay.
Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin. Oh, you got to see this windshield. It really is disgusting.
Good. All right. See, it's on the Facebook Live video right now. You're pointing out a couple things on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like I went through a flock of seagulls there. Okay. All right. Now, you're going to enforce this, right? Make sure she does a good job on this.
Absolutely. I'm the enforcer. She is real salty about this loss. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Now, if she stops for an extended period of time, you let me know. Just say pause, and I'm going to pause the timer here because she's got 2 solid minutes. She's got to do this, okay?
Okay, I love it. Look, Kevin's really, he's been a sticker on this. If you stop, Virginia, he stops the clock, so it's a full 2 minutes. All right. You tell me when to go, Kev.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right. On your mark, get set, and go.
Okay. You got to go. She hasn't started and go. Go, Virginia. She's starting to lick now. She's doing the snake technique where she just licks one spot. She's got, I believe, the entire punishment, the entire window, Virginia, just to make note of that.
So she's doing little ones, yeah.
Windshield.
Yeah, instructor, I think she needs to be doing flat tongue, broad stroke kind of like thing.
It's got to be, Kevin wants flat tongue, broad strokes, and over the entire window. He's doing the dog licks the bowl technique.
Okay.
And she's staying in the same area. This is going to be a judgment call, Kevin.
Yeah, well, we'll have people watching here, too. I mean, I'd hate for somebody to have to add some additional time on this, which I guess people could vote and do.
They're wondering if you're going to do a long lick, Virginia. She just put water on my face, jokes at her. It went in her phone. I don't even know if you could.
So she tried to play ha-ha, a little joke, and then it kind of backfired on her. Okay, if she's been doing a good job. Oh, and she's got a skirt on, too. Boy, that's let's hope things don't get a little bit crazy there on Facebook Live. We might lose our privileges. Okay,
Again, Kevin, there's a big part of the windshield she has not gone to. Every time I do try to enforce the rules, she spits witch's blue at me.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the people decide what they think. I mean, she's got to do a good job, or we could take a vote and have people take away her pass that she decided not to use today. You see what I'm saying there, Jay Bird?
Oh, wow. Kevin's playing a powder coat right now. This is crazy Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I think it's got to be an adequate licking.
Your power is taken away, Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. What's our time, Kevin?
Okay, she is down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time is up. 2 minutes are done. She did her penance. Now, I know people have been watching on Facebook Live, and they have to decide, did she do the punishment correctly and well?
Okay, let the witch trials begin.
Yeah. Yeah, the witch trial. Yeah, you're right. Salem witch trials. That's what we're talking about here.
The witch trials.
Okay, so you guys come up here. We'll have people who have watched. We'll start checking in with the comments. It is up there, Facebook Live. Are you saying she's good? And like Virginia did exactly what she was supposed to do? Whitney says she did it good. But then we've got people like Charles saying, no, more time, not good enough. All right, so we'll check in with the votes on that, see if Virginia wound up doing the licking good enough or not, or will she lose her privilege to be able to flip it in sudden death? Whoa, we got a lot of controversy here. First week of sudden death, and already we are thick in the weeds here.
I love it.
Virginia lost, amazingly, sudden death, but we've got this new little wrinkle that one of our listeners suggested, that the lowest playing card always has to do the challenge, but what if they had the option of flipping it and turning it on the person who drew the highest playing card? That was Denny's today. Virginia had the lowest. So Virginia had to go out and lick for 2 minutes the radio station vehicle. Now, yeah, I mean, you can do it. It's got to be like a little punishment. You got to go out there and, I mean, really, maybe you're all tongues all over it. I mean, that's okay. That's paying it off. That's the challenge. That's what it is. But, if it's little cat licks, like in the same spot for the entire 2 minutes, and that's, I mean, come on.
You were given bad information by a terrible fake news reporter on the scene.
Objection, Your Honor.
It was not cat licks
Objection,
in one
Your Honor.
spot. I would say I covered about half the windshield. Only time held me back.
Your Honor, all I had to do out there was report the facts. The video speaks for itself. You're reading comments from people who witnessed this, not influenced by me. The volume could have been off. They are giving their opinion, not fake news.
Yeah, I'm just going on, giving the people what they want here. And so I want to be fair. And there is a little bit, on both sides. And somebody saying, hey, you can't just make up new rules as it goes, Kevin. But I think this is a good rule.
Well, you can if you're rigging.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true, you can.
If all you do is come to work to rig.
And when it's the summer of rig.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Damn it, the rig and the pig.
Yeah, last week I couldn't have. This week in the summer of rig, I totally can.
Oh, I totally hitched onto the right horse. Oh, you bet your ass I did.
Yeah, summer of rig. Summer of rig is here. You better get used to it.
Oh, the rig and pig is here to stay. You created this monster.
Okay, but I'll let you know this does exist for like the whole challenge where you have things that are, it's about the effort that you put into it. That yes, it can be ruled that, yeah, you could lose that privilege.
And I do want to say, in the rig's defense, the punishment was the entire station vehicle.
It was 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes. I mean, and that was done in case there was like bird dung on there. I'm not going to make somebody actually lick bird dung. So that was kind of it. But it still was like, okay, considering that I did kind of rig the rules to be nice to the loser.
You saw the footage.
We got a good effort.
You were a part of it. You're your own man. What do you think, Riggy?
I didn't stop licking.
What does Riggy think? Was her efforts good enough for you?
To me, what I really was looking at was the comments. And there were enough that... And people are saying, admittedly, a lot of them were from men wanting Virginia to lick longer.
I licked half the windshield. What more do you want?
But like Carlos said, complete freaking fail. That's what was going through my eyeballs. That's what was getting my attention, Jaybird, if you have to know.
Look, I'm here just to report. I'm the middleman. Look, it would pain me to see you do that, baby.
I licked half the windshield. I don't know what more you want.
Harold said she's stopping too much for water.
No, I didn't. I took like maybe 3 or 4 water, like quick. Guzzle, lick. Guzzle, lick.
Look, watching that, it hurt my heart. I hated seeing it. I'm just in the middle here.
Catch these scissors.
Oh my gosh. She just threw scissors at me.
Doug says, no way, we need a lot more tongue in this. I mean, you just notice a theme that's going on here.
I gave you everything I had. I licked half that windshield. You can go look. The lick marks are still on it, Harold.
Andre says weak. I mean, not one guy on here is approving of how Virginia did this job.
Oh, imagine that. Someone with a penis is upset.
Alec, he says she should have to go back. Zach says she should have to do it again tomorrow.
There's not one guy on here, Virginia, that's satisfied with what you did out there.
Well, why are you reading all male comments?
Because he's a sexist pig.
Yeah.
It's the pig in the rig, damn it.
Okay. All right, so here's what the suggestion is. We did it on Facebook. Somebody says we want a Facebook poll.
Wow. I mean, you are... I got to tell you, I like the new Kevin Ralston here. He is putting you through the fire.
Well,
I stand by my performance. I went the whole entire time. I licked a good half the windshield.
And your fate? Well, it's in the audience's hand. Let them speak.
Well, I think what the fate is, she loses the pass.
Oh, wow. Rig coming in here and just...
I think that's for everybody out there that's out there. You got to realize you could lose it.
I licked the whole thing.
Okay, and then hopefully the people were on
I
your
licked
side.
the whole time.
Look,
I know.
This really is a fight between you and the audience. Again, me.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting anybody. I stand by my performance.
Okay.
If they don't like it, guess what they can lick?
Oh, we know what you tell audiences when you don't like.
You can lick it too with your dirty ass baseball hat. Has that thing ever seen a washing machine?
See what happens? It gets personal. I'm over here heartbroken watching her have to do this terrible punishment.
Right, none of us want this.
Yeah. It pains stains over there. I'm sure. I'm
oh
sure.
my God. It very hurt. It was very hurtful to watch.
Danny, so I'll have you put up a Facebook poll, and we will shut it down right at the end of the show. We'll find out, does Virginia hold on to her pass or not? That's basically what it is, okay? All right, so we'll let it be settled. And look, it's in everybody else's hands. So if you got a problem with it, big look, we stepped aside and let the audience take care of it.
Look at the video. It speaks for itself.
Video's there, yeah.
I licked the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. People can go, and if they missed it, they were in their car or whatever and couldn't see it, you can go back, you can watch the video, and then you can go right to the poll. It's going to be right down below, and you can say, did she pay that off, or did she not?
019 has made you cold, brother. I like it.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
The rig and the pig. I see what's up.
The summer of rig.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, well, we're going to find out exactly what the verdict is in a little over an hour here. The poll is going up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. The Facebook Live video is up there. Virginia doing the first sudden death of the summer. She had to lick the windshield of the KVJ station vehicle for 2 minutes. And did she cop out of the punishment, or did she do a good enough job? That's what the audience has to decide.
Very polarizing with our audience, Kevin. I got to tell you, I'm really pulling for her. I really want her to get this over with.
It's split right down gender lines. Oh, every man is like, oh, make her lick it again.
No, some of your female haters are definitely commenting.
So men and female haters of Virginia. Okay. Denny's, we getting that poll going?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Go to Facebook, go to the KVJ Show, and cast your vote before we get out of here at 10. We'll shut it off then and decide.
It's titled The Virginia Witch Trials.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay. As it should be. Well, today's kind of a big day. I don't know if Jaybird's going to be celebrating National Cheese Day or not.
I am probably going to not celebrate. I got my naked mile. I'm on kind of a strict diet till Friday, but Friday night, I'll cheese it up.
Okay, so you're holding off until then, and you'll Kind of like give me a rain check is basically what you're telling Cheese today.
Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, Cheese.
Aw.
I know.
Tough. Wow.
Cheese needs you.
Well, the only thing, if I could just do a little block of cheese, then I will go on the biggest pizza bender, and I got to stay on track. I got 4 more days to get through this little diet before the Naked Mile.
He can't trust himself.
I can't.
I get it. Cheese is good. I don't know what. I've turned into a cheese junkie. I love it. Because, you go into a lot of craft beer bars and they got that, whatever that charcuterie thing is with the little cheese. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it's the best thing ever. And then I went to kind of like a little home party a couple weeks ago. And boy, the person there had just all kinds of these cheeses. And I was talking to him like, that's, I don't know what that is, but that is the best thing ever. And I think they were saying it was like $30 or something like that. For the block of cheese?
Fancy cheese.
I was like, what the heck are you talking about?
What kind was it?
I can't remember the name because I couldn't pronounce it. I definitely couldn't spell it, Virginia.
They probably got some of that in Tequesta fancy cheese.
Yeah, it's like, see, I'm just kind of new into it. And I'm like, oh, wow, what? It's like names that I've never heard. I know your goats and your goudas and your American and your Swiss, but it was something, I don't even know what it was.
If you go to Whole Foods, they have a cheese expert. They have somebody who just works the cheese department. You go back there, they'll let you sample.
Oh, my
You can
goodness.
ask for samples, and they will learn about your palate. Do you like soft? Do you like hard? Do you like sharp? Do you
Get
like
outta here.
mild? They'll help you figure out your favorite cheeses.
How do you get that job? And where do you get that degree at?
It's a cheesemonger.
They have
Monger? They call him a monger?
Yeah.
No, really?
I met a girl who actually, that's her job. She's a cheese rep, and she's an official cheesemonger.
They have that for pizza as well. Kind of like they do with beer. You can take that test and you become an expert in beer. They have that same thing for pizza, and I believe they have it for cheese as well.
Really?
That's pretty awesome.
That is some exciting stuff. I feel like we all need to find our niche and go do it.
You do beer, I'll do pizza, you do cheese.
All right.
Yeah, and then bring a lot of cheese in here.
Yeah, you got me on that fancy cheese dish. The one from Blue Martini.
It's brie, right?
Brie
Yeah, the
with
baked brie
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
fruit.
Oh,
baked
it's amazing,
brie
yeah.
is amazing. If you would put baked brie inside a pastry, like a fluff pastry, a puff pastry, and then you put like apples on top of it, oh, it's so good.
I haven't had carbs in 5 days. You're killing me. Oh.
Yeah, I'm on a big time cheese kick, and I seem to love about all of it. There's not really many cheeses over. Yeah, they say America's favorite cheeses are cheddar, mozzarella, and American.
Yeah. It's so basic, though. My favorite cheese is Gouda.
Well, America's basic, Virginia. I know you're a South Florida Tequesta girl, but yeah, America basically is basic.
I mean, it's so basic, Kevin.
I mean, come on. Yeah, but most of America thinks all cheese comes out of a plastic wrapper.
I like Swiss. I like when it kind of stays out for a little, kind of long. It starts to get a little sweaty. I like that.
Wet Swiss.
I like wet Swiss.
Can I get my cheese wet?
I want wet Swiss Miss.
Fat Kevin, that turns me on.
The kind of cheese that Americans hate the most: blue cheese, Limburger, and goat cheese.
I do not like goat.
I love goat and I love blue.
I had an omelet on Saturday. It was called Broken Egg, and it was fantastic. It had a little goat cheese in it.
Oh, that Broken Egg Cafe. They've got a lot of Cajun stuff on their menu.
Yeah, they do.
I like that.
It's good stuff.
Is that the place in Jupiter?
No, it's a place in Boca.
They've got a bunch of them. Broken Egg Cafe is a chain.
That's a different thing. Okay. Nothing. I was going to ask a bunch of questions that nobody wants to hear.
Well, talking about breakfast, another place, IHOP, has just announced their new marketing stunt yesterday. Remember that? They went to IHOB last year for the burgers. Then they went back to IHOP. And then they announced like a week ago that they were changing their name to IHOP, which it already was, but it's because the P is something different, I think.
What's the P going to be?
I don't know. There's the release of IHOP's new marketing stunt. So they introduced a new line of 3 burgers, and the whole funny thing is they're calling the burgers pancakes.
Oh.
Because they do pancakes at IHOP, but they also do burgers. So see, the joke is that they call the burgers pancakes.
Yeah, they make you want to go eat at Denny's.
What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. What is it like? Is it kind of like? Is this where we are marketing, where you go around the room and the worst ideas win now?
It's so confusing. You want to pull for them because they're out there. They're doing the work. Yeah. They're not making it funny or good.
And in case you're wondering, no, they're not hamburgers on regular buns. Now, one of them does have a pancake between the two patties, but the other two don't. So, no, it's not like they're hamburgers on pancakes, and then they call them, okay, we're IHOP because we're doing burgers on pancakes. No, they're just burgers, but they realized the IHOP didn't work when they wanted to promote burgers, so they went IHOP, but...
It's back to pancakes?
I don't know. I can explain it, and I still don't get it.
Can I get a pancake burger?
No. They're trying to do a little joke, and they're trying to make a character with that Chandler dude. He's a social media guy that's mad, and they're trying to make him like mad.
I'm with Chandler. Can I do hashtag I'm with Chandler?
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm going to Denny's.
I don't know if there's a lower grade than an F, but that's what I'd like to give IHOP for their marketing over the last year.
Meredith said, "Go home, IHOP. You're drunk."
It's like, I don't get it. Okay, let's go on to what I think could be some successes. Tell me thumbs up, thumbs down. I think we're all giving IHOP a big double thumbs down.
Double thumbs down.
Okay. How about this? KFC is now selling fried chicken skin.
Ooh, just the skin?
Yes, they say it's salty and a little different from what you would expect, but apparently very flavorful. Now, this is only being done internationally right now. They want to see what the reaction is, but I would imagine it'd probably be almost like you would get chips or something like that. It would just be the delicious KFC chicken skin. I can't say without my mouth watering.
Does it look like pork rinds? Because that's like, I
think it's basically like the skin itself, kind of like the breading or whatever that you would get.
Interesting.
Yes, but probably what happened... And tell me, I mean, there's probably a lot of people saying, I want to go with the grilled skinless because that's the healthier way to get it. So KFC is like, okay, but we still got people that want the fat. So with all this skin that we're just throwing out to the side, why don't we still do that? Because a lot of people love the batter and the herbs and spices. What if we take the chicken skin and sell that separately for the tubbos who love it?
I'll have a bucket of skin.
I'll tell you what, Kev, you will never see Bud Chicken and Seafood do something so stupid. I tell you.
Okay, your thumbs
down. Bud Chicken and Seafood, loyal, sorry.
Okay, Fat Kev gives it a thumbs up because I love me. I used to eat the skin first. I'd be like, I wish I could get more skin.
But that's the reason that the skin should be rationed to you. You shouldn't be allowed to have a bucket of
about
skin.
Rationing, Virginia.
A bucket of skin is bad for you. Well. You only get one piece of skin per chicken breast.
Okay. I bet Fat Kevin love that term, bucket of chicken.
Oh, bucket. Oh.
Yeah, it sounds nice, doesn't
it? Yes. The only problem I used to have with KFC was they didn't give me enough gravy. Like it was the gravy to potato ratio. The potato almost was like the health food.
He needs it more wet.
I needed, yes.
Fat Kev, Bud Chicken and Seafood. You didn't have that up in Logan, Ohio.
No, we did not. I was deprived. What do you think about this? Little Caesars is testing a new Fritos pie pizza.
Ooh, okay.
Got you on that?
So what, is the Frito just a topping?
Well, I think the Frito pie, if you've ever seen it, like if you do Little League around South Florida, I see those a lot. They'll take a bag of Fritos, they'll crunch them up, and they'll take like taco meat, seasoned taco meat, throw it in the bag, kind of shake it up. And it looks kind of disgusting, but it's oddly tasty.
It looks real disgusting. And I noticed a bunch of players eat that before their games. Like, you guys are going to crap your pants running around second base.
Ugh.
I know. I hear you. Sounds kind of good, though. Just talking about taste.
I think if you have nothing to do after for a few hours, I think it's delicious.
Okay. All right. Fun stuff. Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, got some whacked out news. Oh, man, we got Chicken Vero that, she unfortunately got busted for drugs. Find out exactly how. We've got a former longtime Miami-Dade school board member who went absolutely berserk. Cop chase, gunshots.
Wow.
Hiding from cops. Yeah. And he's 81.
Whoa, Grandpa.
Right? It's just some crazy stuff I'll let you know about.
He's not going out quietly.
No, he's not.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
So people are texting in saying, IHOP is winning because you guys are talking about it, and that's exactly what they want. But I got to tell you, I don't know that I agree with that because I think if your image starts to be stupid and ridiculous and you get tired of hearing of something, like I could see somebody or me turn to somebody, hey, you want to go to IHOP? No, they're dumb. Let's go somewhere else. You know, I mean, because they win, not if people talk about them, they win if they convert the chatter into sales.
Agreed.
That's where
the image is not positive.
Yeah.
The image is they're stupid.
Well, it just seems like it's so, I don't know of many marketing campaigns that have been this like widely hated than the whole thing they've been doing since they did the IHOP thing, and it just seems to be getting worse. But
there's that chance for that IHOP endorsement.
You know what? They need to hire us so that we can come in there and do something right. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, yes, if a year from now, if sales are booming and they're like, oh, my gosh. Hey, if they do it again next year, I guess they probably are winning because they wouldn't keep doing it.
You're
I
right.
wouldn't think. So if they do it again next year, then yes, then they are winning and they're a gazillion times smarter than I am. Well, we got some crazy stuff going on in the whacked out news here today. Didn't expect to see this out of an 81-year-old former longtime Miami-Dade school board member. Had a very interesting afternoon at the Pembroke Lakes Mall. He was in his car in the parking lot.
Probably a Buick.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, or a Taurus. I don't know. He shoots at a car in the parking lot. Cops start a chase. He opens fire on them.
Why was he shooting in the first place?
I don't have the answer on that. That's exactly it. What happened to this 81-year-old? Did he snap? Is it age-related? Like, what's going on? He then crashes his car, but tries to continue the chase and hides in some thick brush before the cops track him down and drag his 81-year-old ass out of the bushes.
Oh, my gosh.
His name is Solomon Stinson. He retired from the school board in 2010 after 14 years. And he faces charges including attempted homicide and aggravated assault with a firearm.
Dang.
Yeah, motive right now in this story is lacking. I'm not sure, so. Yeah, right? Dang. Solomon?
Maybe he just lost it, you know?
I don't know. Maybe. There's this woman at Vero Beach who got busted for drugs. The cops told her to stand up while she was being processed, and apparently two things fell out of her shorts.
Uh-oh.
One was a feminine hygiene product that apparently didn't meet its goal. And I don't mean the real goal. The goal was to keep the bag of Molly up there.
Oh.
Like it was like a cork.
Ah,
Yes.
interesting.
Yes, a trap door, if you will.
Maybe she put too much Molly up there and the cork was like, I can't
hold it.
I quit.
Can you imagine if that bag of Molly breaks out?
You could die.
Sure. Yeah, no, they had a story a week or two ago of somebody that was a drug mule that
died.
Yeah.
I wonder how often that happens with the drug mules.
Probably a lot more than you hear, because probably what happens is that it might happen before they get in transit or post-transit, and they're like, okay. You think the cartel's going to be like, well, we got to
Proper burial.
We got to contact the next of kin and
do this legally.
Oh, this is such a to-do, and I
You're right.
got so much blow money to count. What a strenuous day. There's a guy in New York City that had apparently a little wild S&M loving with a dude that he met on the gay dating app Grindr on Friday. But he made a mistake because he criticized his date's small member. The guy then got upset and stole $3,000 from him and bailed. And this was a problem because this guy doing S&M could not run for help, nor could he yell for it either, thanks to a ball gag. So do not, while someone's tying you up, insult their small package and then let them put a ball gag on you.
You're done.
You're done. The cops are still trying to track down the date. Oh, yeah? Okay. In Melbourne, Florida, there was a guy who shot another guy in the butt during an argument over a restaurant bill.
It's the best place to be shot, though. Most meat.
Weird thing is they're actually driving together, so they must have gone to the restaurant together and they're arguing on the way home and shot him in the tuchus.
How does that even go down?
No, they're probably driving away and probably said, you know what, I had to pick up the bill. I'm tired of paying your thing. Or you stiffed on the tip. You didn't tip. You're a cheapskate. Oh, yeah, bang, bang.
Yeah, but if you're sitting in the car, was he mooning him?
Maybe he was trying to get out of the car.
Yeah.
They were probably fighting and one of them tried to get out.
Oh, that's tough.
Did you see that viral video the other day that was going around of these two guys? They're like fighting in traffic. Like traffic is stopped. And these guys are duking it out. And you're sitting there, you're watching the video, and you're like, going, this got to be like some kind of like road rage, something or other. they land a couple punches on each other, and then they both get into the same vehicle and drive off. You're like, wait, what? What is happening?
Was it a stunt?
I don't think so. No, it did not look like a stunt. It looked like somebody was filming, like, I can't believe what's going on. They're like, wait for it. ... They get into the car and drive off.
Did they all of a sudden just make up?
Apparently, they had an argument in traffic, and the car, like, oh, get out. Yeah, because it's too hard to fight sitting down. I don't know.
That's fascinating.
It was fascinating. A lot of people, that's why it went viral. Yeah. There was a woman who was arrested in Pennsylvania after intentionally hitting a man and running over his package with her car outside a post office.
What did he do?
I mean, his actual package, not his...
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently what happened, she was angry because he accused her of being rude. What had happened, the 31-year-old guy said that he called the 27-year-old woman rude after she flung open the post office door while she was walking out. Well, the door strikes him and knocks his packages to the ground. So he's like, well, that's rude. Well, she was still waiting in her car for him to come out. She's like, oh, yeah, she called me rude. So when he comes out to get more packages, she curses him out and then drives her vehicle right at him. Runs over his package and then goes right after him.
Oh, jeez.
He got hit on the side before rolling onto her hood and falling to the ground.
That's intense.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, he wasn't seriously injured. She got arrested, but rude, that seems to be, yeah. Fits, right? Rude?
She was having a bad day.
Wow.
You know, you never know what somebody's going through. When you cross them, they could snap. Anybody.
Anybody. You're driving around and you think, oh, I'm just driving down the street. You have no idea the person next to you could be a maniac.
You're right.
Yeah. Never know what's going to be going on. Yeah, crazy stuff. Oh, this is a guy not too smart. He's trying to flee from the cops and then calls 911 to taunt them. How do you think this ends?
911? Yeah, I want to know, so, like, I ran from a cop, like, 30 minutes to an hour ago. I was the guy who's over there off of Kingswood State. Like, what do we pay you guys for? Like, I've driven past 4 cops.
What do you mean you ran from a cop?
I mean, he turned his lights on me and got behind me, and as he was walking up to my door, I did a donut around him and left.
Okay. So you want to now see the officer, or what is your question?
My question is, I'm assuming he put an APB out that has someone looking for my car. But, like, she definitely got the plate number. But,
okay.
Like, I've passed, like, 4 cops just driving around. Like, what are you guys doing?
Well, we're working on mini calls, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He was mad that he didn't get caught.
He was calling to complain that they weren't on it quick enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they traced his phone and were able to catch him.
What a dummy.
Yeah, what a dummy. Yeah. That's what I thought.
I mean, you almost got away with it, you dope.
I don't think he wanted to. I think he wanted to get caught.
What the hell?
He wanted the attention.
Why?
He wants the attention, man.
What, to be in a story so we can all call him a dumbass?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay.
Look, I was America's dumbest. #1. I get it.
So you know the pride in that moment.
No. Don't be mean to the cops like that.
He can translate.
Did you see this viral video of this couple that was just sleeping on a dirt road?
No.
Well, this is Tennessee, so I guess that's what you do there. But yeah, a deputy comes up to warn them because there's a rattlesnake that is slowly creeping across the dirt road to come up to the couple. Like, I don't know if it's playing a sneak attack or what. And here's the amazing thing. The deputy wakes up the couple, and they're probably romantically together because of the way that they were laying. And he's like, hey, there's a rattlesnake. So what happens? The guy gets up and takes off running. How chivalrous is he, leaving her laying on the ground right by the rattlesnake?
Hey, don't move. Okay. There's a rattlesnake right next to you. Okay. Don't move.
Okay.
Roll toward me. Roll toward me.
He's
Come
gone.
here, don't run away. Come here. Don't run away. Come here. Roll toward me. That's a rattlesnake.
I mean, he's gone. He's out of the picture. She's just laying there right by the snake like, help. Yeah, there you go.
That's horrifying.
Apparently chivalry is dead in Tennessee.
And why are they laying in the road?
Yeah, there's a lot of good questions here. A lot of good questions. When the guy finally came back, they were given a ride home by the deputy. So there you go. Just another day in Tennessee, Virginia. That's how we live.
Sounds awful.
Yes. Well, we got some stuff that is going on here with Camp KVJ. You definitely want to keep tuning in for every single weekday morning right after 7 o'clock. We hook you up with some great passes. Week 1 for Camp KVJ, we are doing tickets to the Rapids Water Park and Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of a cool thing. as the kids kind of get settled into the summertime stuff.
Yeah, they have a camp there at the Kennedy Space Center where you can go and
Space camp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That is some really good stuff. Yeah, my son, he did day one of camp yesterday. Loved it.
Oh, good.
Had a really good time.
Regular camp?
He's doing basketball camp.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. Come on, Bird.
It's okay. I forgive you. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You got to retain that stuff.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But I did get an email here from Fast Eddie. He's got a question. He said, my daughter is dragging ass on writing her thank you notes to the folks that sent her cash for graduation. She'd rather do, quote, fun stuff with her friends, and it's been 2 weeks since she graduated. I'm thinking about having her send everyone their cash back. My wife thinks that's crazy. What do you think?
Just make her sit down and write the notes. Sending the cash back is ridiculous. That shows everybody that you've got a huge issue in your family unit.
Get your house in order, Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Don't call him crazy. He's only fast, not crazy. Why do you think I'm crazy?
Make her sit down and write them right now, today, on the spot, or nothing else happens.
But Fast Eddie, I don't want to write them. I want to play it on my phone.
Well, then you don't get to have dinner. You don't get to leave the house. You don't get to play with any of your toys. We lock
Put
you
it
in a
on
closet.
lockdown, huh?
Yeah.
We crate you like the dog we were just talking about.
Crate you.
No fun. You do nothing at all until. All right. There you go. Well, there's your solution there, Fast Eddie.
Yeah, you run the house, Eddie.
Yeah.
They don't run the house. You run the house.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Tell her to sit there down right now and write the letters.
Mm-hmm. And sorry we called you crazy. Well, let's check in with the Facebook Live poll here in a minute.
Okay, now to the good stuff.
Did
yeah.
Virginia pay off her sudden death challenge today like she should have?
Everybody in the office is talking about it, Kev. There is a buzz in the office.
Actually, they told me that all the vehicles are supposed to be washed today. They were extra dirty.
They were disgusting,
Oh,
actually.
they picked the right day.
They were really gross. The KVJ vehicle was so gross.
So much bug juice.
Okay. All right, well, I'll let you know it's 57-43. Is Virginia looking at things in her favor or not? I'll let you know next.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky. Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Earlier in the show, we brought back sudden death for the summertime, where the lowest playing card drawn, that person has to do a challenge. Today, the challenge was solid licking of the KVJ station vehicle for 2 minutes. Is what we had. And I just put a time limit on instead of saying the whole thing because, you know, in case there's poo on it, you don't have to do that. But, you know, it was a good 2 minutes of effort.
You did say if anyone who lost stopped, that you would stop the clock. So if Virginia lost and she starts licking the windshield and then she stops, you would hit the pause.
Yeah. And I kind of had it going. It was kind of hard, you know, because I was trying to get your volume up. And so it was the time when I was watching the Facebook Live video with what you were saying, I couldn't tell from your hearing.
I get it.
From what you were saying, whether or not it was to stop or not. And there was a time delay as I was watching the video. So I didn't really know where we were with it.
I hated
that's why
seeing
that
it.
wasn't happening.
It was tough to watch, but I did not like seeing her have to go through that punishment. It really did. It shook me.
Well, the thing that I saw was the comments that were coming in. And, you know, some of these comments, like Dawn said, she wasn't licking, she was poking with her tongue. And the clock was supposed to be stopped every time her tongue stopped licking. But then other people were debating it. Carlos says that wasn't licking, it was touching. Big difference.
I was licking. If your tongue touches something, that's licking, Carlos. Maybe you've just never been licked by a woman, honey.
There is a guy that's defending Virginia on here. Michael said the rules did not say how or where she had to lick it. She did exactly what Kevin said had to be done. 2 minutes was all that he said.
But then you've got someone like a Francine who says she looks like she was pecking the windshield with her tongue. Do it over.
Mm-hmm. Lori says she did not follow the rules. Horrible job. Kept pouring water on the windshield. She is so full of it.
I never poured water on the windshield, not once, you whore.
Wow.
I never did that.
Wow, it gets personal, Kev. This is
Look
again.
back at the video. I never poured water once.
Read some more comments here. Dawn, she wasn't licking. She was poking with her tongue, and the clock was supposed to be stopped every time her tongue stopped licking. Those are Dawn's words.
We read that twice.
Okay. Well, I just want to really drive that home.
He don't listen, and he struggles with reading.
Whatever. Whatever. Again, attacks personally when it doesn't go her way, Your Honor.
Look, I licked it. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't go back and.
Yeah.
I licked it as best I could.
Look.
Okay.
We're pulling for you. We want you to win.
I got something you can pull.
Well, the question here is, because of the outrage that had happened, we've fired up the hashtag Virginia Witch Trials. Did Virginia actually pay off her sudden death punishment of licking the station vehicle window clean, yay or nay? Now, what we're going to do here with anybody who might do a cop-out and doesn't do what the challenge is, we've given the bonus of a pass this year where if you draw the lowest playing card, you can flip it on the person who has the highest card and switch and make them do the challenge instead. So would Virginia have her pass revoked because of the performance she did? 56% says Virginia did not follow the rules.
Whatever. I licked the whole time.
Okay. Well, that's where the voting is right now. We're leaving it up to the audience. You
So
can go
now
and
this
change
is going to break up Miho and Miha, which would have been so much fun. Thanks, Piggy and
Denny's
Riggy.
was kind of bullied into that whole thing anyway.
He
too.
wanted to do it.
No, he did not.
He was excited.
No, he didn't know what to say.
He knew he had
scared
a
him.
friend in this game.
First of all, I just want to say that this has nothing to do with me. The people have spoken, so your outrage is not directed to me. It's directed at the people. The 56% that said you were pecking.
I was not pecking. That was licking.
Look, I'm on your side. I wanted you to win.
You're not
this.
on my
I
side.
am.
Shut up.
I wanted you
Don't
to.
take your fake sympathy somewhere else, you blue-handed traitor.
Oh, wow. She gets very personal. She attacks me.
I know. Okay. Well, is she helping her case or is she hurting it more?
Oh, I mean,
I don't care. Take my pass away. Who cares?
let her go rogue.
Okay.
I licked that windshield. I can sleep at night knowing I licked it for 2 minutes.
And the people have spoken.
If you don't like it, you can lick my big brown eye.
Okay. Clock is ticking.
So vulgar, Kevin.
I know.
So vulgar.
Yes.
What? I have brown eyes.
30 minutes left on the clock there.
People are mad at me and Kevin. The people voted on it.
Piggy and Riggy, they are controlling all of this.
Oh,
go
get
look
outta
at the
here.
video.
All I'm doing is letting the audience decide.
Now you're
just giving them the power like they
A
should.
lick is a lick.
Okay, now it's getting.
A lick is a lick.
Okay.
The people have spoken. I mean,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because you led them that way, Riggy and Piggy.
nobody listens to my dumbass.
Just because there's more testosterone
I'll vouch for him.
in
Nobody
here.
does
Oh,
listen
by
to
the
his
way,
dumbass.
that's what happens. Anytime you start
Yeah.
to lose an argument, she hits you with, "Oh, you got too much testosterone. You're too much of a man. Yeah, outrage."
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Okay.
She will come at you for being a man, Kevin.
All right, well, you can go to Facebook, go to the KVJ show, cast your vote here in the next 30 minutes. Man, I love these kind of stories. There was this dog that got out of a backyard. Unfortunately, Virginia wound up getting somebody in some serious trouble because somebody let them out.
Uh-oh.
But it's not just about the fact that they let the dog loose. It's how and what happened. Jaber's got some friends that apparently was looking at the neighbor's surveillance video cameras trying to figure out how the dog kept escaping from the backyard. Why is the dog out? Why did the dog get out? How?
So this girl has the way her camera. She doesn't have cameras. Her neighbors has a camera, and the way that it's set up, you can see the side of her house, and she knows that because she's friends with the neighbors. So she wanted to know how her dog got out, what happened to her dog. Going back, looking at the footage of her neighbors, she saw her boyfriend cheating on her with another chick on the side of the house when she wasn't there, and it all. He got busted only because she looked at the footage.
He was cheating on the side of the house?
On the side of the house, and she wasn't at the house.
No, the cheating was, I think it was just a hug, right? It wasn't like he was, or was he?
It was like this. You want to?
Yeah, Sean, Virginia.
Don't touch
No,
me.
she hates me
Do
right
it on
now.
Kevin.
She hates the rig and the pig
The
right
rig
now.
and the pig can suck it. Don't touch me. I'm going to kick you in the balls.
It was like one of these where you're like looking and gazing. It was clearly a long embrace where rubbing on the back. Something's going on with another chick.
Well, well, he's dumb.
So dumb.
You know
but
what?
He didn't know, though. He didn't know that
He didn't notice the dog went gallivanting off?
He's the one that let the dog out, by the way.
All of this happened for a reason. You've got angels watching you.
Yeah.
This drama with the dog, you think it's about the dog, but it's really a way for you to catch this pig cheating on you because you don't need to put up with that.
I kind of agree
needed
with
the
you.
evidence. This is a good thing that this happened this way.
But there's always cameras. Even when you think there's not, there's
That's true.
always cameras recording you.
Gosh, I love
Kick
those
this guy to
stories.
the curb.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Good.
I always love it. I always love hearing your stories, how you busted your dumb cheater. You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF. Well, we've got some arguments for and against as we are looking at the voting right now. Virginia is so far losing. 55% of the votes say that she did not follow the rules earlier and does not qualify as licking. Somebody did text in, though, and said, well, if you look at the definition of lick, it is to draw or flicker the tongue over. They say strike repeatedly or thrashing of the tongue also counts as a licking. And they said, I don't know. JC from Boca said maybe Virginia is just right. But in the chat room, Yasik said, if that is licking, I feel bad for Panda.
Oh.
I don't know what you think licking is other than touching your tongue to something just because you've never been licked by a woman. You don't have to come in here all angry.
So, look, I just want to say that, again, I'm pulling for you. I hope the numbers turn in your favor. It's still early. There's some time.
Yeah, there is. There's a little bit of time.
But, again, this is not Riggy and Piggy.
This is Riggy and Piggy.
How is this Riggy? The people right now, they are voting on your reaction right now. You're attacking a certain gender just because they're men. You are, I mean, you're hurting yourself right now. I'm trying to help you.
You did the worst commentary saying that I wasn't licking when in fact I was licking the entire time.
I did not.
If you go look at the video,
I did not say that.
I'm licking.
I reported. I reported when I saw you stop licking because
if
Kevin
I
told me.
stopped, it was only to get a sip of water or to giggle, and then I kept immediately licking
And
again.
that may be so, and that is fine. That's your constitutional right. But the rule is if you stop licking, the clock stopped. That's all I'm saying.
Well, just because you guys couldn't figure out how to stop the clock, how is that my fault?
The clock actually.
You didn't stop the clock, and you said you wanted to. You guys couldn't figure that out in your little communication plan. That's not my fault. I kept licking till you told me to stop. I stopped at the 2 minutes, and now you want to change it? Like you're totally rigging this after the fact. You didn't stop the clock. That's on you.
I gotta say, actually, too, it is, first of all, one, just to let people know, it is the summer of rig. In fact, somebody came up with my logo, says rigged, and I'm going to probably get that on a shirt, and I'm going to wear that all summer long here so you guys can see, and so you guys don't forget it is the summer of rigged. So, yes, I will be rigging everything that we do here.
Oh, that
so
logo
that's part of
coupled
it.
with your beady eyes. Oh,
and
my
the
gosh.
hair.
Oh,
I mean,
Kevin.
come on, right? Summer of rigged.
You should put your eyes in the middle of those two G's.
Oh, yeah.
That would look
That's
amazing.
not a bad idea.
So,
Summer of rigged.
Fins Up in the chat room says Virginia's very whiny this morning.
I'm just telling you, if you couldn't figure out how to stop the clock, that's not my fault.
No one's.
I licked until you told me to stop.
No one's saying that.
That's what you're saying. You're saying I didn't lick right, and
I
I'm
didn't say
telling
that.
you I licked until you told me 2 minutes were up and it was supposed to stop. The only time I stopped was to take a quick
Virginia,
drink.
take a breath. All I'm saying is, when you stopped licking, I would say on the phone, Kevin, she stopped licking. He had his own thing he was doing. When the clock was over, he told me to stop. I told you to stop, and you stopped. The video is on the foot.
I think a lot of it is just the definition of it, and I'm not taking
The
a
definition
side
of
for or
licking
against.
is licking. You ever licked an ice cream cone? That's
the-
what I did
yeah.
to this windshield.
I want the numbers to work out for you. I want it to work out for you. But you keep on attacking me personally. You keep on attacking. I'm just saying, if you want the numbers to turn for you, maybe the witch should be the good witch and not the mean witch.
The video is on our Facebook page, so you can go and vote for yourself. That's all we say. Just, you go and you watch and decide. Was that licking or was that not licking? Did Virginia do what she was supposed to do in 2 minutes? And then you just watch the video there on the KVJ Show Facebook page, and then the poll is right there. So it's very simple. So,
Well, regardless of how you rig this poll, the two of you, I can sleep well tonight knowing I licked that thing for 2 minutes and I stopped when you said stop. And if anybody doesn't like it, sorry, not sorry.
You are fun to argue with.
Okay. Well, people can go and decide themselves in just about 15 minutes here. We'll check the final rankings, and we'll see if people want Virginia to lose
So
her
much licking.
pass or not.
Michelle says this is getting annoying. I'll go listen to Mo and Sally then.
I guarantee you they're not doing
They're
this.
not doing
No licking. No licking. Show rule. All righty. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Jay Bird is going to put everything into perspective for you. A lovely thought is on the way.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Okay. Let me see here. A lot of interesting stuff is coming up with the comments. Continue to check in on that. And just about 4 minutes, we'll shut down the voting and see where we are. I tell you, Virginia's coming back. Some people are starting to pull for Virginia.
I'm one of them. I know she thinks I'm kidding. I don't want you to. I think you've paid off your. For the record, I do think you paid off your.
Whatever. Go sell that to somebody else.
Are you really mad? Gosh, I hate when I don't know if Virginia's really mad. During commercial break, she was stone cold silent. She's talking to herself, texting so angrily.
You never know, though. Could be something else.
I don't know if she's talking trash about me.
No, I am also mad at my child.
Okay.
So 2 children in my life have pissed me off.
Am I the other child?
Yes, you are.
Kevin's the rigger.
Both of you.
Whatever. I have 0 power.
I'm just living my life, man.
Oh, listen to Smugs. This is what he wanted. He wanted us to turn.
Well, you've twisted all this around to where I didn't do it, and I know I did the challenge.
I agree. I think you did. I do.
That's all that matters, Virginia. In your heart of hearts, you know you did it. So
I do think you did.
What people
if
say
you take
while they
this
vote.
from me and you ruin Miho and Miha,
yeah.
the new co-conspirators of sudden death, I think you ruined the game. But whatever.
Gotta say, I'm just kind of happy that hopefully they will get this fixed. Not this weekend. I think next weekend we're going to be heading up to Orlando. It's my kid's birthday. It's going to be turning 11.
So you're going Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to be going up there and going to be fun. My oldest son is going to be flying in, and so we'll have the whole family together, which I love those moments. It's going to be good. And I was talking about having the oldest kid, Colin, take Cannon to Universal, because my wife's talking about Epcot, but I'm like, what 11-year-old wants to go to Epcot, you know? I'm like,
Whatever.
In 10 years I want to go to Epcot.
No, I disagree, man.
Do you?
There's a lot of fun stuff at Epcot for kids.
But if a kid had a choice, do you think a kid's going to choose Epcot over Universal Studios?
Well, it's easy. Just put him on the website, let him look at all the different parks, and let him pick.
Yeah, that's why I was probably going to go with it.
Epcot's the least fun. I'm sorry.
Really?
It's fun if you're drinking, but when you're a kid, Epcot's more about learning. Like, my mom was a teacher. She loved when we wanted to go to Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go to Epcot.
I remember when I was a kid, because my mom was a teacher, and they just made everything boring. And we had to go to Epcot. And I'm like,
it's about learning.
Well, what about the Disney and the Animal Kingdom? And
Go to the Disney.
No, we're going to Epcot. And it's just like, so I've always kind of had that. And then I realized after the age of 21, Epcot was the funnest place on planet Earth. But under the age of 21,
Cannon will pick Universal.
Well, I've got to give him full disclosure, though, and let him know what happened at Volcano Bay.
What?
They apparently experienced a, quote, technical issue.
That's the water park.
Yes, it is. And apparently people were complaining about electric shocks. They're in there. Hey, I'm having a... Ow! What?
In the water?
Hey, I'm having a great time. The water...
Is that a feature of the ride?
It was short.
Oh,
the electrical current was going through.
My God.
Yes, reportedly multiple employees were sent to the hospital and then later released, but it must have been a pretty good jolt. I mean, probably a little bit more stern than the shot collar we use here on the show. The park reopened yesterday. But yeah, they'd reported a couple little technical issues. It's the little technical issue.
Electrocuting guests.
We had a slight electrical current going through the water at Volcano Bay, but we believe everything is all taken care of now.
But it's Volcano Bay, though. It gives it a little bit of balls to
How
it.
realistic.
That does honestly really up the cred of a thrill park. I mean, if you throw that element into it, be like, all right, where else?
What's next? Real hot lava? Sweet, Volcano Bay.
Yeah.
Step it up.
Yeah, they might actually say, yeah, I mean, come on, nobody else is doing this. I mean, is anybody else doing that?
No.
No, nobody else is doing that. So.
And if Rapids is listed, I think they should put sharks in the wave pool.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, yeah, Epcot has Test Track. Yeah, it's fun. That's the cars. Soarin'.
Love that. Soarin's my all-time favorite ride. In fact, someone told me Soarin's not even there anymore.
Oh, really? Okay. And Mission to Mars. That's the one that I thought I was going to die after I went on.
Spun you around and ruined your trip.
How do you not love Soarin'?
Yeah. It was just, it's okay. But it's not, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you don't go on it multiple times.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
have you done Soarin' once? You're like, okay, I was peaceful and neat. But if you're going, hey, let's get, because some people get right back on rides. You're like, let's do it again. I don't know what you would get right back on.
Oh, I've done. That's what I do. I do back-to-back Soarin'.
Really?
That's my all-time favorite ride. I love that
Let's keep
ride.
riding this thing. All righty. Well, we still got the After the Show podcast coming up.
Oh, that should be fun.
I'm excited.
Well, you are, because you're the guy just, laying the great Oz, everybody. Just laying back watching the destruction.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, and my mom Kay was right.
Yeah.
They were right.
They're saying, I told you so in heaven.
Boy, if you hear thunder out there, it's probably not actually precipitation. It's probably Ann and Kay. They've got a few things to say about today's show.
I was dedicating my thought of the day to you, Virginia. You are not defeated when you lose. You are defeated when you quit. And you did not quit, damn it. You did a great job, right? Tell her she looks pretty good. And young, and you're awesome.
Yeah, all right. After the Show podcast on the way live on YouTube in about 15 minutes.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.